Unfiltered.
What you talking about Father Time? What?
Kyle Wallace.
Winning is the only thing that actually does matter.
Ben Brust.
So they can't execute the way they want to play offensively.
This is Kyle and Brust.
Did you call us idiots?
Yeah. On 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. With Kyle Wallace, here's Ben Brust.
It is a great day to be alive on this Monday. Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust, and all of the K&B fam can rejoice. C-Cat, the trader, is now a former producer at ESPN Wisconsin. He has moved to ESPN 1000. And on his way out, he made no friends. He had wished that the Packers lose every game to the Bears by 30 points. That's one way to leave this state. No Kyle Wallace alongside me is a former producer of the show.
You got a lot of those these days, huh?
Yeah, Kyle and I got drinks the other day, and we had a...
Wait, you guys hung out?
I was going to make a joke that we had... deep conversations about what's wrong with us and what.
I mean, I have a list. If
You
you'd
do
like
you?
to. Well, I've had a lot of time to reflect these last 2 months.
Okay.
There's a lot of things wrong with both of you.
What did we do? It was us? You're saying we were the problem?
I would say you're part of the problem, yeah. You specifically are part of the problem.
And you weren't?
I think
Oh, wow.
I
So
think
no self-evaluation,
No.
just blame evaluation.
Would you listen for a moment? I would say when you put me, you, and Kyle all in a room together, it's very oil water. Like, I just don't know that it meshed. Now, I can work with you one-on-one. I can work with Kyle like I do on Sundays on Sunday Karma. I think if you put the three of us together, it's just, you're asking for combustion.
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, you and Kyle got into it more than you and me.
Well, yeah, because you're the great, what's the word? Agitator?
Me, the great agitator.
The great egg honor?
Well, producing the show today is Tony Cartagena. He's TC, producer of the Analysis Show, former producer of Wilde and Tausch before Jesse Nelson took it to greater heights than he could take it. TC, what's going on?
You know why I'm here?
Why
is to whip this show into shape.
Well, let's start by putting us on screen.
Hold on,
Yeah.
Strofe.
No.
You guys are on the screen.
No, we're not.
Or not.
You still have.
I'm watching you on YouTube.
Yeah, well, I'm watching.
You're watching a Palermo
I'm watching
screen.
Palermo's. We'll be right back. Frozen Pizza Friday. Perfection takes a minute to bake.
I like that he lied right away.
Yeah.
That's something about
it's
that
a
chair.
producer. It's a
I'm watching
producer
you on
thing.
YouTube. No, you're not.
I think you were looking for instigator.
That is the word I was looking for, yes.
We're still not being shown on YouTube.
I'm hitting the button. I don't know what you want me to do.
No, Strofe, go back there.
Okay, you see
Strofe,
the
you
button
come
that's
back
red?
here, I'm
No,
going to
no,
punch
do
you
you
in the
see the
head. I
button?
swear to
Go
God.
back there.
Punch me in the head.
Yeah, no, go back.
Well, you want to start hot?
You see the button that's red in the middle of the screen? Click that.
The button.
I think it's number 8.
Yeah.
Click that. There we are. We're on the screen.
Why are we hitting number 8?
I didn't touch it.
You didn't know what to do?
I had
and
it
you're
set
here
up.
to whip
I
us
had
into
it set
shape?
up. Look,
you can't even
Ben,
do what you're supposed
Ben,
to do.
you have been through more producers than I think anyone
because clearly
in
you
this
guys
sta-
are all incompetent. Look at you.
Look, see, this is
I
how
think
it
I was
starts.
pretty competent.
This
Yeah,
is
you're
how
competent.
it starts.
I think I was competent.
Ben, as you know, as I'm going to jump in and interim produce this show, I'm not the one to be tried. You can push around Stroh.
He's getting real
You
tough.
can beat up C-Cat.
That's fine.
You're
but
going to
what
do
I'm
a
going
great
to
show.
tell you is
Just you focus on talking on the radio and talking to your co-host.
if
you
you
let me
can't
handle
actually
everything else.
do the A, B's, and C's,
I got it covered.
No,
all
you
right?
don't.
I have it covered.
you don't. If you want to be honest, this is my biggest concern.
Okay, that can be your concern.
No, it
Take
was,
it up.
and it came true within the first 2 minutes.
It was one. Okay, that's cool. Do you know what? I'm going to sit back here and make sure you do a good show. Maybe for once, then you and Strofe can get along. Do your
gonna
radio.
Now he's taking shots.
Do your radio. No, I'm not
you know
taking
what?
shots. It's not even a shot. It's just a real statement.
Maybe it is me.
It is you.
It's you.
100% it's you. You started the show by complaining about your camera angle.
That's true. You did complain about the camera.
Because I
angle.
never had to complain about it with any others.
All right, so give it a second to get going and just
Perfection.
relax.
To quote, remember the Titans.
I'm a perfectionist. I understand that.
You're actually angry, which
I
I
am
really
actually
love.
a little pissed.
What's
Yeah.
wrong?
He just starts the show like an absolute jackass
we were
every
on
single
YouTube.
time.
It
We
was
weren't
the
even
Friday
on the
break
air
screen.
yet.
I'm not
Weren't
supposed
even
to get
on
in
the
Frozen
air.
Pizza Friday way right now. That's in 5 days.
That's
I'm Ben
an
Brust.
animation. That's
He's
different.
Alex Strofe, and we do have video now on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN
I'm a little
Madison.
uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm good. I know you are not good.
I don't
in
like
the,
confrontation.
Confrontation dealio.
Speaking of confrontation, guess what happened this weekend?
I don't know.
It actually has nothing to do with confrontation. My mom got married.
What?
My mom.
Wait, whoa, wait, what?
My mom got married this weekend for the third time. Yeah, congrats to her.
So now we're on track for another divorce?
So I did read an alarming statistic. First marriages end in divorce in the United States about 50% of the time.
Oh no.
Second
probably
mar-
gets
second,
higher.
second marriages end in divorce about 67% of the
Oh
time.
no.
Third marriages end in divorce. This is an alarming stat.
85?
75% of the time.
Oh man.
Now, my dad has been on his third
Why did
marriage
she
for
do this?
My dad has been on his third marriage since 2011, so 15 years.
He's bucking the trend.
I'm going to see them this weekend. And my mom has been with my now stepdad as of Saturday for like 5 years. Great guy. So I think they'll be fine. Now, here's the thing. My mom got married for the third time. I wasn't invited.
What?
I wasn't invited to the wedding.
How come you are just mentioning this right now?
Because this is way better than me telling you this ahead of time.
It is.
I had this plan the whole time. So you
Was anyone invited?
not really, no. It was them,
I don't. But
two of their
either-
friends, and an ordained person. So it was
Does
5 of
she
them total.
love you?
Yeah, she just sent me. I didn't even know she was getting married on Saturday. She sent me a picture of her in a wedding dress and my now stepdad in a very nice suit. And I said, "Are you guys getting married today?" They got engaged like a month ago. Now they've been living together for years. But
All right, if I had to go to Potawatomi Sportsbook to place a wager if it was available at the kiosk, will this marriage last?
yeah, they will. They will. I have no doubts. They'll be fine.
They got engaged when?
Well, on her birthday, which was in July, but like they're old, so they got married right away.
So they're just looking for companionship.
Well, they've been companions for 5 years, 6 years.
Okay.
They've lived together for years. She redid his whole house. They have a sliding door now. Shout out to Pella. Like, yeah. But
So the marriage is gonna last because they got the Pella windows and doors of Wisconsin sliding door.
I think it. Yeah, I think it plays a role. Now, should I be offended that I wasn't
Yes!
invited? Okay,
Absolutely.
I thought so too. So, because she did tell us, she watched our dog a couple weeks ago, and me and my fiance, we dropped off the dog, and I was like, "So when are you getting married?" And she was like, "In August." I was like, it is August. You know, like, what do you mean? She goes, "Yeah, we're gonna get married this month." And I said, "Okay, when? I'll take the day off from work. Like, I'll be there."
Shit, why are you there?
She said, "No, we're just gonna do a thing in Door County."
You love Door County.
Yeah, they actually did stop by my friends at Door County Distillery while they were up there. But yeah, so I realized that I haven't really, I don't know, dealt with these feelings. I haven't talked to anybody about this. You're the first person I'm talking to about this.
I'm the wrong person.
Like
to
me and my
talk to about
fiance
this.
haven't even talked about
Do you
this.
know what I just discussed the other day when we were coming home from a family party?
Yeah.
The amount of divorces in my family. So you know how we've talked, we're the broken family people. You
Brothers, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, strong.
Yeah, we're the broken family brothers, yeah.
You have a lot within your mom and your dad. I don't know about, the next level.
No, both of my grandparents were together always.
So that's the thing, is then I started digging in deeper into outside of the family, where my wife on the drive home was like, "So what about your uncles?"
Oh, good question. Yeah.
I was like, "Well, divorce, that one's good.
I have an estranged aunt.
Parents are not together. My mom's, my dad's dad, like my grandparents on my dad's side, they were divorced." And it just started. It just was like alarming, because she knows nobody, and I was like, Oh gosh, like how did I just end up in a conversation 1 week before our anniversary about all the divorces in our family and the statistics as well as you went through the first, second, and third marriage statistics.
I must say though, I don't know that those statistics are accurate at all.
Well, either way, there is divorced parents statistics of the likelihood of you when you get married getting divorced.
I did read that.
You're prime for that as well.
No, I'm not prime for that. I won't be getting divorced.
Well, you can say that now, but I'm saying the statistics.
Me and my fiance are still in the honeymoon phase. She adores me. You know what she texted me 10 minutes ago?
That just means you haven't been through enough hard times.
Sure we have. We're just perfect. We're perfect for each other. I feel bad for everyone else.
Have a good lawyer either way on the Carpus Talking text line from Chris in the show.
Wow, that's Chris.
He knows divorce well as famously for. You should tell this story. This was your first show of producing Scalzo and Brust, correct?
Yeah, one of them, yeah.
At that
First
point,
weekend.
Chris in New Berlin was his name. He now lives in Chris in Neshota. You were producing out of Madison, and tell us what happened.
Chris
as
called
a young,
Chris called in.
23-year-old?
I was 22, yeah. Chris called in to talk about Aaron Rodgers, as we often did back then. And I believe he had just broken up with Shailene Woodley. And he called in and said, I know divorces and breakups well because my ex-wife left me for my best friend, which is just the most bonkers call ever. And then he went on to compare that to Aaron Rodgers and who he called Shailene Woodley, but Shailene Woodley. And I don't remember how he made the connection. And I was just floored. I couldn't believe that people called into Scalzo and Brust at the time and still do into Kyle and Brust to air their dirty laundry like that. Now, here's
the safe place.
But here's the update. I don't know if I've told you this. Maybe I have.
You ran into him.
I was at a wedding that Kristen Neshota was at last year. It was my fiance's cousin.
Did he have a date?
He did. Yeah, he's remarried. A wonderful woman. I talked to her for a while. But him and I talked for like an hour, and he was one of many people that convinced me to buy a ring and propose to my now fiance.
He convinced you?
He's like, dude, don't mess that up. She's awesome.
Oh, because he met her. Then.
Yes, right.
Got it. Because, he's judging on, I'm sure he thought the same thing when he met his wife.
His first wife.
Yeah.
I assume you're referring to. Because his second wife was lovely. I talked to her for a while. But yeah, so I went to a wedding with him. That story is 100% real. Like, because you never know, right? Like, somebody could call it and make that up.
Some people can make that up.
Right?
So you got the full
I
details.
got the full scoop.
Did he walk in on them?
I don't know. Chris, if you want to call in and rehash one of the worst days of your life, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I mean, what better way than to do it right now?
We've really just done some therapy here, so I should be offended.
I haven't done as much as you have.
You just talked about your estranged, or not
you weren't
your
invited to your mom's third wedding.
Yeah, but I was invited to the second one, and we know how that ended.
Okay, so maybe she knows you're the problem. You break up her marriages.
No, I would say my older brother played more of a role in the second marriage.
I'm guessing he wasn't invited either.
He was not. He was not.
The Packers actually won a preseason game. Go them, right? That's all that matters is winning.
Yeah, big win.
But TREY Smack, if you were listening in Madison or Milwaukee, you can hear on the commercial breaks Alex Strofe do these green and gold fixes. And it's all about TREY Smack, baby. TREY Smack, as Kyle Wallace would say, is smacking that thing. But I would say, despite TREY Smack smacking that thing, something else caught my eye. And it's a good-looking person on the football field. His name's Jordan Love. Jordan Love or TREY Smack, who caught your attention more? 800-990-3776. If you had wandering eyes for Jordan Love over TREY Smack, I get it.
I don't know if this is the segment to use the term wandering eyes, given the last 13 minutes in divorce talk that we've been having.
Not for you and I. For everyone around us. TREY Smack, Jordan Love, Packers, Kyle and Brust with Alex Strofe in. Next.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust
What do you mean trust you?
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
That's why I said the toughest part to me for the Packers is that the division is, I think, better than it's been.
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
So the issue is, and I'm working on the T-shirt right now, this season is very simple.
This guy.
Got to win the damn division.
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Life's better under a roof. At Grimal & Associates with American Family Insurance, we know home is where your life happens. Whether you're settling in, renovating, or simply enjoying the space you've built, your home deserves coverage that is tailored to you for what life brings next. Contact Grimal & Associates Insurance at 414-332-0838.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
The fastest weekend of the summer is almost here. August 28th through the 30th, the stars of the NTT IndyCar Series return to the legendary Milwaukee Mile for the only doubleheader weekend of the season. 3 days of high-speed action, daring passes, driver appearances, family fun, and wheel-to-wheel racing at the world's oldest operating motor speedway. Be there as championship contenders battle it out at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Don't miss the Snap-on IndyCar weekend. Get your tickets today at wistatefair.com.
If there's anything I've learned about playing football in the trenches, it's that confidence is built through scheme and details. It's not much different with your money. If you lack confidence, take some time to sit with Annex Wealth Management and walk through your plan. Annex helps you think of more than investments. Their team considers things like retirement, taxes, even that company stock you have but don't know what to do with. Looking to build confidence with your money? Well, give Annex Wealth a call or visit annexwealth.com.
As another Wisconsin summer heads into the fourth quarter, what's next on your home to-do list? Mike Wood here from Callan. Maybe the kids are heading back to school. Maybe you're enjoying an empty nest. Either way, now is the perfect time to focus on your home. From replacement windows and doors to beautiful kitchens and spa-inspired bathrooms, Callan can help you tackle the projects you've been planning. Don't wait until your calendar fills up this fall. Start your journey today at callcallan.com and click the green button. Callan. Design, build, live.
Calling all High Life lovers, the Champaign of Beers is making history. They're selecting their very first mayor of the Champaign of Beers region. Share your story, throw your hat in the ring, and show us why you love High Life by visiting the Miller Brewery website. Must be 25 plus to sign up, 21 plus to enjoy. Celebrate responsibly.
When you promise them a breakfast casserole but are out of eggs, and your kids just use the last roll of toilet paper to dress the dog up like a mummy, get it faster with Hy-Vee. Order online with Hy-Vee and get groceries in as fast as 30 minutes. That's right, groceries in as fast as 30 minutes. When you need groceries fast, get it faster with Hy-Vee in as fast as 30 minutes. Because when it's a priority to you, it's a priority for Hy-Vee. Some restrictions apply.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Packers win 33-13 in a preseason game. The final score is not what matters. What matters is your confidence level in the most important things leading into the season. Which, honestly, I would love to be done with the conversation. The conversation doesn't end in preseason. The conversation ends when it's done, likely in the playoffs, if I'm being honest. For, honestly, all parties involved. For Matt LaFleur, for Jordan Love, for the kicker position, for a lot of different things. And 2 kicks for TREY Smack, good from 50+. A long of 59, which had a little extra meat on it in the altitude. Probably could have got it from 60. Would have broke Havrassik's 61-yard record, in my opinion. But I think it's all a great sign. But I don't want anyone to get too wrapped up in preseason success. Is it a confidence builder? Yes. Should you believe in him? Yes. But the same way for the last 3 years, outside of the kicker position, Alex Strofe, that we've talked about rookies, they all have had ups and downs. Every rookie that's been on the Packers. Yeah. So that's going to happen to the kicking position too. So I want that to be known. And number two, I mean, it's so good to see Jordan Love play in a way where it's like, moving in the pocket, great feet. Obviously, the play that stands out when he finds Matthew Golden in between the two defensive backs. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's just like that will tickle your soul if you love watching the Green Bay Packers play football. So I asked you, what caught your eye more? TREY smacking that thing, or Jordan Love?
It's TREY Smack, because I think there's still a level of curiosity and mystery on what he will be. And, you know, I tweeted this on Friday night during the game, but it's encouraging. It means nothing, because if he misses a kick in week 2 that would win the Packers a game, I don't think anybody's going to be like, but well, wait a minute. You know, he was 11 of 11 in the first 2 preseason. It means nothing. It's encouraging, and I think it validates some of the decision making they've made this offseason, like not bringing in any real competition for TREY Smack after drafting him in the 6th round. But TREY Smack, it's more eye catching, because there was legitimate questions around him. Can he be consistent? Can he continue to make kicks? There's a backup or new long snapper involved. What's the process, right? And the early returns on him in training camp were not super positive. He was missing a lot of kicks. He didn't look comfortable.
And one thing about the missing of the kicks in the training camp and all that, it was inconsistency. It wasn't like, if he's missing wide right. There was a left field goal post doink. There was a wide right. It could have been from 39. It could have been from 48. There was no consistency, which was scary. Now, in the real thing, it's been great. Yeah, you know what? It's been actually perfect.
It's been perfect in the 2 games.
And
right?
you could even add on another field goal that was taken away because of a penalty that got him a first down, which was another 50-plus yard field goal.
Yeah, I count that one. I say 11 for 11.
In your personal record book, I am fine with that, because at the end of the day, this personal record book, whether you count the one that what was their first game, the Steelers game, where they got called back because of a penalty on the special teams of the Steelers, it's going to be 0 for 0 on field goals and extra points come week 1 when they actually count.
Yep, it's encouraged. Now, why I don't answer Jordan Love is because it's expected at this point, right? You expect him to look comfortable and savvy, and you want him to really own this offensive system here entering year 4 as a starter. So, again, it's an encouraging sign, right? He goes 5 for 7. They trot down the field and scored a touchdown. You want him to get a touchdown. I'm good with Jordan Love for the rest of the preseason. I want to see him in the joint practice later this week. I don't want to see him play in the preseason game at Lambeau Field this weekend. I don't want to see real game action out of Jordan Love until week 1 in Minnesota. You want to eliminate that injury risk, and obviously there's still some in a joint practice against Arizona, but it's minimized in comparison to an actual game. So it was an encouraging drive for him. It was cool to see him involve a lot of guys, including Matthew Golden, who, by the way, Benny, I am allowing any, all, and every Matthew Golden piece of hype from this point forward. I am not restricting.
There was
I am
hype
not limiting.
last year when we talked to Rob Demovsky. He said he was the best receiver he's seen in training camp. He didn't drop anything. But this feels different because of the way that the offseason went. When you move on from Romeo Dobbs and you move on from Dontavian Wicks and you basically say, we're going Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, and Matthew Golden's our main 3 guys, I'd say the reason why I'd say twice that Jordan Love caught my eye was partially to do with the excitement of seeing the pass to Matthew Golden, right? When you add in his name to something like Jordan Love does, because we've seen Christian Watson connect with Jordan Love before. We've seen Jaden Reed lead the team in receiving yards 2 straight years before last year was injured. So I think that, yes, while you're right, the expectation is for him to be in flow and being the quarterback, QB1, franchise quarterback. You paid him to do all this. I think it was just a little extra added, that made me feel even better that you've heard all the talk about the offensive line. Will this offense be able to thrive? He moved well in the pocket. He found him in the little window. And I'm like, I think that to me is more exciting than watching somebody kick for confidence, which will matter, but it's not the end all be all. Not that the end all be all is Jordan Love, but the team's going to go much farther if Jordan Love is playing a high level.
Yeah.
Because you want to rely on the kicker as least amount as possible.
And it does go back to that offensive line conversation we've had for the last 6 months, it feels like at this point. But I've said it time and time again, I really do have faith in the starting offensive line that it will be a better group than it was a year ago. I think at left tackle, it's it's a wash, if not a little bit of an upgrade. And I think right guard will be an upgrade, and everything else is pretty much the same. So if this offensive line can keep Love upright and buy him some time, I think he's got a legitimate chance to put up MVP-type numbers.
Let's go to Brian in Waukesha, 800-990-3776. Carlos talking text line. Liz is more. What's up, Brian?
So to clarify the question, are we in love?
You just cut out. You want to clarify the question? Just what caught your eye more, Jordan Love or Trey Smack?
Yeah, clarifying the question, are we in love or are we smacking that? I think it's Trey Smack, and for the reason being,
nicely done.
I look back to the in Goody we trust. We keep talking about the deficiencies on the team coming into the season. I thought for the first time he was truly definitive in what he needed to do in the offseason. He cleaned house on the receiver side, giving room for the guys that he has in the room. He brought in a kicker. He cut bait with 2 other kickers that he could potentially have brought in and made a really definitive move on that side. So I look at it more from a player personnel standpoint. Is he committed this season to truly getting it right in the areas that matter? He brought in Cisse because he noticed we had some limitations or some deficiencies in the defensive backfield. So I think just beyond addressing the kicking position, it looks at the player personnel standpoint and are we committed to getting it right? And it gives me even more faith in Goody that he's doing the right things, pulling the right strings and making the right moves to get this team to a Super Bowl caliber team. So for that reason, I choose Trey Smack.
Well, Brian, I think you're missing a couple things that could come to fruition as well if you want to give more credit. I mean, and all of this has to be done in the regular season, right? I think Cisse is exciting no matter what, based off what you hear from camp and how he's performed.
And thankfully, walked away out of that game unscathed.
Correct.
Just a scary moment.
Just a scary moment and going to be okay. You didn't mention Goody going outside of his comfort zone and changing the way in free agency, signing veterans.
Yeah.
Zaire Franklin and Javon Hargrave.
That's a good point.
So that's the only thing, if you want to even give more praise to him from a Brian perspective, you could say identifying issues, having the youngest team, bringing in veteran leadership.
Well, hold on, because I struggle with the giving Goody credit portion. Now, did he make the right moves? Yes, but it feels like this offseason, again, was a year where he's addressing needs a year too late. We knew corner was an issue last offseason when the draft was in Green Bay, and they didn't draft a corner until the 7th round. The only way he addressed it was by overpaying Nate Hobbs, who, by the way, isn't even on the team anymore. Offensive line, we knew it was a problem the year prior. He waited until last offseason to address it. So it seems like a lot of these moves are a year too late. Now, kicker, I think this was the appropriate time to pull the trigger. But, I mean, yeah, I think Goody's a good GM. I'm not. But
here's how I led with this, is like, I think if you're in Brian's perspective, he's really excited.
You're saying Brian in Lake Mills or Brian Gutekunst?
Brian in Lake Mills. Or Waukesha, rather. It was Waukesha.
It was Waukesha, you're right.
From his perspective, I'm saying, yes, in theory, that all sounds great. Even when I said Zaire Franklin and Javon Hargrave, in theory, bringing in the veterans sound great. We're still talking about this team in preseason. So for him to want to give Goody flowers, I think it'd be too early to say yes. Because, like, Trey Smack could fail. Like, all these things that he's meant, all these things can fail. I think you can be excited about it, but I wouldn't say, like, oh, Goody really nailed you can't. Yeah, the kicker, you just can't say that.
The kicker definitely isn't a sure thing. I think you can probably take more away from like a Cisse or a Matthew Golden than you can a Trey Smack. As encouraging as it is, you can be excited about Trey Smack, right? Because what he's done is excellent. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But it doesn't translate the same way.
He misses a kick in the playoffs. He's no different than Brandon McManus.
Right, because you can be excellent for 16 games, and then in the one that matters more than the rest of them, you miss a kick or two, and we're having a different conversation. Whereas I think Cisse and Golden have more of an ability to translate what they're doing in the preseason to the regular season than the kicker. The kicker is so binary. It's you make it or you miss it. Whereas a wide receiver or a cornerback, like, you would get so many more opportunities to shine and make your impact versus where a kicker, it's 1 or 0. Did you make the kick? Did you miss the kick? And that's not really the case with a guy like Brandon Cisse, who clearly is the number 1 corner on this Packers roster and is really, really exciting as the second-round pick, and Matthew Golden, last year's first-round pick, who's going to have the opportunity to make a tremendous impact in 2026.
My consistent message will be, look for signs of confidence, but don't use the confidence of preseason to make your overall judgment, because that will set you up for failure, because unless you truly believe, unless you're like the biggest Goody Stan that he never does anything wrong, nothing's proven until you're playing for games that matter. And you're matching up with teams for 60 minutes in a full football game when it actually matters, especially when you have an opportunity, because as exciting as it is for the first 4 games who you play, as exciting as it won't be if you don't get the results that you are putting into your head because of the hype you're building up in your mind. Because we saw what happened in week 3 after it looked like this team was going to win the NFC North, no doubt about it. You lose to the Browns, and then you tie the Cowboys and play conservative in the way they did with the last 3 minutes and 30 seconds after being 5 for 5, scoring touchdowns in the red zone. Like, all of those things stick in my mind until they start doing things different in the regular season of execution and doing those things that we talk about now, but actually doing them, because they're capable of all of it. It's just about doing it in front of our faces in games that matters. But take the confidence. Don't get too confident. As they say, don't get high, don't get too low. But maybe I'm just too rational.
You can get a little high. You just can't rely on it to translate. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you could get excited in the preseason. He clearly doesn't completely suck. That's a win, right?
I think you can say that.
Yes. He clearly doesn't completely suck.
You can't kick as many times as he's kicked a crap load of times.
Yeah.
That some kickers get. I know it's preseason. They can try and make
7
sure,
kicks in a game is a lot.
or call plays. To make sure they get kicking. If you're getting 7 kicks in games, some kickers don't get that in 3 in a regular season.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely
and that's just
right.
one game.
But yeah, I think we can go ahead and definitively say Trey Smack clearly doesn't suck, which is good.
But will he come through when it matters? That's the big question.
And we won't know that answer for a while.
So, Strofe, you were part of this last year, and I'm excited to get your perspective. Tony, you're usually pretty good with ideas to make people uncomfortable, but we can't cross the line like they did yesterday on Sunday Karma. We're going to play some audio from Craig Karmazin, Greg Scalzo, Alex Strofe, and Kyle Wallace. It's about a fantasy football punishment.
The only reason we can play this is because of 2 of the people who said it on the air.
One is our CEO.
Yep.
So he said it, and we got to play it for you.
It is undoubtedly the worst fantasy football punishment I have ever heard of.
And we're going to need help with fantasy football punishments for somebody that we picked the order of their draft last year. Somebody messaged me and said, hey, can you guys pick the order? It'd be fun. We're doing it again this year, but I said the only way we'll do it again is if you let the K&B family on the Carbos Talk and text line call and text in with fantasy football last place punishment ideas. So this is a perfect way to get your brain started.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Get ready to be uncomfortable and laugh. Next.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust
If you suck, I'm going to say you suck.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Snap on IndyCar weekend at the Milwaukee Mile. 2 races, 1 iconic track, twice the action. August 28th through the 30th. This is summer's fastest ticket, so get yours now and hold on tight.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 4 windows, get 4 free in 48 months with 0% interest, same as cash. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is setting the stage to rock your socks off. This August, jam out with real rock off. You could win raging prizes to the tune of $300,000. Get in on the jam session by playing with your Potawatomi rewards card for entries. Thursday nights will be a game show battleground for your share of cash and reward play. Real rock off. It's gonna be epic. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
It's time for the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirits deals in town. Located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action.
It was a series win, but a loss in a team first over the weekend for the Milwaukee Brewers as they topped the Atlanta Braves 2-1 in a 3-game series. But the Crew dropped the finale Sunday in the annual Little League Classic, played in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, by a final of 4-2. Shane Drowan made the start for Milwaukee after throwing out of the bullpen in a game last week and went 5 innings, allowing 8 hits, walking 3, but only allowing 2 runs. Next up for the Crew, it's a 3-game series with the New York Mets beginning Tuesday.
This has been the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Loziga. Every morning, I talk about traffic backups and slowdowns around Milwaukee. At Sewer Ninjas, they help homeowners avoid a different kind of backup, a sewer backup. Sewer Ninjas is a Wisconsin family-owned company specializing in sewer camera inspections, drain cleaning, and trenchless repairs that can often be completed without tearing up your yard. Their goal is simple: find problems early and help homeowners avoid costly surprises. Learn more at sewerninjas.com. That's sewerninjas.com.
If you're shopping for a new vehicle, you know where to go. It's Ewald Automotive Group's 2026 model year closeout. To make room for the 2027s, all remaining 2026 models are priced to sell. Shop over 1,500 vehicles with financing as low as 0%. Ewald's 2026 model year closeout. Going on now at every Ewald location.
Go to ewaldauto.com.
Select models with approved credit for a limited term. See dealer for details.
I love a good competition, especially when it brings together some of my favorite things: UW Credit Union, Wisconsin sports, and some friendly trash talk. Mark Tauscher here, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to the inaugural UW Credit Union Games. Watch Wisconsin student athletes from various sports go head-to-head until we crown the ultimate winner. Follow along on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and all of our social media platforms. UW Credit Union, here for every you.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Quite a show yesterday on Sunday Karma, 10 to noon across ESPN Wisconsin, hosted by Craig Karmazin, Greg Scalzo, Alex Strofe, with Kyle Wallace producing. No Kyle Wallace today on Kyle and Brust, so Alex Strofe is in for him. Call us and text us at 800-990-3776. Scoots says hi, Strofe.
Hey, Scoots.
Now, this was an idea, it's one way to put it, on a, maybe you can give me the true proper context, a punishment for the Sunday Karma crew.
Yeah, so it sounds like we're going to be doing Cover 5 again. We'll be bringing that back. We'll have more info in a couple of weeks as we get closer to the NFL season. And we have a history of not paying off our bets.
Correct.
So we tried to come up with an idea with us all hard committing to a bet that
Hard
the loser
committing?
see what I did there? That the loser would have to pay off. And I think Craig and I were on the same page where we were like, it doesn't need to be terrible, but it needs to be something we can document, and it will be embarrassing.
All right, that's enough.
And then,
That's enough.
That's not the road we went down.
This is the idea on Sunday Karma.
Last place has to go to a sperm bank.
Okay.
And make a donation.
Yep.
You have to donate your sperm.
Yes. Sounds,
And
okay.
you have
That's
to
not bad.
ultimately be willing to be contacted by a future child of yours when they turn 18.
That seems. Are we really talking about bodily
Mine is
fluids?
terrible.
That's
I'm
not
saying-
hard. That's like you go there for 30 minutes and you're done. Why not?
30 minutes. Wow, Craig, look at you. Damn.
Kyle's so funny. So, I don't have much to comment on the conversation yesterday. Do you have anything more to add? You were there.
People listened to that show on the way to church.
or on the way back when they're feeling fresh.
Yeah, guess what?
They start the week great.
Nope. If you listen to that show on the way home from church, guess what? Hit a U-turn. Hit a
you
U-turn.
gotta go back.
You got to hit another mass.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a good idea.
It's a great idea. It's hilarious. I love it. I'm glad I'm not involved with it. Are you guys gonna have to
No, I think the idea would be
sign something to commit yourself to this?
I think the idea would be all ESPN Wisconsin talent are involved.
Whoa.
Which includes you.
Whoa.
If you participate in that league, right? In the Cover 5 league that you guys are doing.
He always participates.
No, that's on you.
I know.
0% chance.
Yeah. So I think that's the idea. That's what it's been in the past.
Can you confirm? Can you get in your group text?
Well, Jen had to take the ACT one year.
Taking a high school test.
Versus potentially having a child contact you in 18 years.
Can we
It'd be more like 19,
to this?
but yeah, it'd be more like 19.
Re-listen to this and listen
Fine,
to Craig
18
in
and
the
9
background.
months.
Listen to the background, just the comments before it gets to Kyle here.
Go to a sperm bank.
Okay.
And make a donation.
Yep.
You have to donate your sperm.
Yes.
And you have to ultimately
That's not bad.
to be
That's
contacted
not bad.
by a future child of yours when they turn 18.
That seems.
Are we really talking about bodily
Mine is
fluids?
terrible.
That's
I'm
not
saying-
hard. That's
I'm-
like you go there for 30 minutes and you're done. Why not?
30 minutes. Wow, Craig, look at you.
Okay, enough of that. I just wanted to get your minds going. Maybe not of that level, but for the fantasy football group that reached out to me that we picked their draft based off of their information that they send. This person's an Eagles fan. This person has one leg or whatever. Like they sent me so much good information.
Wait, hold on.
I'm making that up. I'm not gonna. We'll reveal all the.
Oh, so everybody has two legs?
He didn't just make that.
Somebody might have
No, he didn't
one
make
leg. I don't remember. I saw some crazier stuff this year that we can use to pick the draft. But I said if we're going to do this on Kyle and Brust, we need to be able to pick a fantasy football loser punishment for your group. So I need your best ideas. 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talking text line.
Well, I don't know if you listened to the show yesterday.
Bits and pieces.
So we each had to give a suggestion. Mine was by far the worst. And not in an embarrassing way. It was just dumb. Because my head was in a place where okay, we can execute this.
Did it involve the creation of a child?
No.
Then it was a great idea, Stroh.
That's
Then,
true.
you know what? You won yesterday.
However, it did involve children. So
what?
And we're moving on to Ben's idea. Look, time to go. What the hell happened on that show yesterday?
I said you had to become a magician for birthday parties. And you had to work at least one birthday party as a magician.
I mean, again, now that you've said it out loud, it's better.
Lead with
also,
that. Lead with magic trick, not children.
Yeah, but also, how did you come up with that of all things?
I was just trying to think of something that would be like public humiliation. And being a magician is humiliating enough. No offense to the magicians out there that listen to this program. But
my idea for the fantasy football punishment, because I did this. Blow up doll. You got to take them out for a date.
Yeah, but
did you do it?
He did it.
I did the whole dinner. He paid the bill. Josh DiMaggio, producer of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, was in the bar, and I was in the outside area where there's tables and other people eating. We're under a tent. And I swear to God, there's probably 10 tables. I'm smack dab in the middle with my blow-up doll.
Dude, he ate this
life
up.
Size?
Judy.
He ate this up.
You named her?
Yes, I would put water in her mouth and wipe her up with her napkin. I ordered a meal for her.
What did you order? I have so many questions. What did the service staff have to say to you? Did you tell them?
Were they in on it?
No, they were not. They were
So you
very
just
confused.
showed up.
Then because Greg Scalzo and Tori Lowe, because Josh DiMaggio left of secondhand embarrassment, he literally couldn't handle
it's too much.
How I was doing this.
I will give you credit on one thing. You don't half-ass things typically.
No,
especially things
I was
that
committed.
Especially things that are terribly embarrassing. You go all in.
So Tori Lowe then pretended to be like somebody walking just over there to see what's going on, and I complained I was like, "Can I see a manager, please? This person over here is distracting our dinner. I feel very threatened." Meanwhile, I'm sitting at a dinner table with my blow-up doll, Judy. I felt threatened.
I can't believe you actually did it.
Oh, it was
I
so
can
fun.
believe
I
that-
would do it again for fun.
See what I'm saying?
So Greg Scalzo, Josh DiMaggio, and Tori Lowe were at the bar. So they
Inside,
witnessed.
looking out the window, it's at the patio of me and Judy.
I think a punishment for this league that you're going to pick that's going to be hard to beat. Like, finding something that good is going to be hard to beat.
So send your suggestions at 800-990-3776. Children's magician, or go on a date with a blow-up doll. And there's women and men in that league, so they can choose whatever type of blow-up doll they want to take out on a date.
I'll throw one out there. I was in a league once, and the punishment was you had to pay it off in the following summer. Just the heat of summer, you have to dress up like Buddy the Elf or like a Christmas character and walk into a crowded bar and start singing Christmas carols at the top of your lungs.
That's outrageously bad. I love it.
Yeah.
Simple, bad,
and can execute.
and embarrassing.
Yep.
And then you guys all are in there and you all have drinks after, you make it a fun time. And yeah, that one's tough. It does not involve children or a blow-up doll, so it probably won't win with this group.
Yeah,
but
we
not
are.
a bad idea for people out there.
It's not great.
Sperm bank, blow-up doll, children. What do you have on the Carpus Talking text line? 800-990-3776.
An FCC violation. That's what I got covered.
The Carpus
that's for
Talking
sure.
text line list is more. Send us your fantasy football punishment ideas for the group that we will be selecting their draft order tomorrow.
Can we just listen to it one more time? It's so uncomfortable.
But once it's done, I don't want to comment. I just want you to go to break.
Last place has to go to a sperm bank
Okay.
and make a donation.
Yep.
You have to donate your sperm.
Yes. Sounds,
And
okay.
you have
That's
to
not bad.
ultimately be willing to be contacted by a future child of yours when they turn 18.
That seems.
Are we really talking about bodily
Mine is
fluids?
terrible.
That's
I'm
not
saying-
hard. That's
I'm-
like you go there for 30 minutes and you're done. Why not?
30 minutes. Wow, Craig. Look at you, champ.
Look at you, champ.
Damn.
Crew Tuesdays are back on August 25th.
Fly ball center field. It's hit well. Grisham back. It is gone!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the New York Mets.
Got him swinging. Threw him a curveball. It's 11 Ks for Mizorowski.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Tune in August 25th at 6:10 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust here for Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of the house this summer and enjoy a great weekend at Road America, located conveniently between Milwaukee and Green Bay in Elkhart Lake. This legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course has been hosting the world's best racers since 1955. Bring the whole family. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. Camp on site, explore the grounds, and take in racing your way. It's more than a race, it's a full-day experience. GT World Challenge is up next, coming to Road America August 28th through the 30th. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets today at roadamerica.com.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right. And naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account. When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything. Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
It's summertime, and Aleve is here to keep you on the go. Whether it's planes, trains, or automobiles, Aleve's got your back with up to 12 hours of back pain relief. With just one dose, you'll get to your destination and be ready for your next adventure. So pack your sunscreen, your shades, and your Aleve. No matter where your final stop, Aleve will keep you moving. From sunup to sundown, Aleve's got your back this summer. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Has your doctor told you it's time to lose weight? Is your blood pressure up? Your cholesterol climbing? Or you're already on medication and wondering, is this just my life now? Have you been told you need a procedure or surgery, but you have to lose weight first? That's where many people get stuck. At Milwaukee Weight Loss, they help people lose 20 to 40 pounds naturally in about 60 days without injections, prepackaged meals, or extreme workouts. More importantly, they help you keep it off, so you're not stuck wondering what problem is next. Imagine improving your health, taking pressure off your joints, and feeling better every day. Because if nothing changes, it could mean more medications or bigger problems down the road. Josh DiMaggio here. For me, Milwaukee Weight Loss is more about the number on the scale. I have more energy, I feel healthier, and I am eating healthier, and I'm building habits I can stick with to keep the weight off for good. Now it's time to give back to you. $200 off now through August 31st. Schedule a free consultation now at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
Life's better under our roof. At Grimaud & Associates with American Family Insurance, we know life isn't one size fits all. That's why we help protect what matters most: your home, your car, and the people who count on you. Ben Brust here for Grimaud & Associates. Bundle your home and auto insurance to simplify coverage and save on the policies you need most. Contact Grimaud & Associates Insurance today at 414-332-0838.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Let the good times roll. Kyle and Brust are back on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I appreciate all of the punishments coming through on the Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. It's Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin. Ben Brust, no Kyle Wallace, so we got Alex Strofe. And just to make sure everyone knows, it's a good day because CCAT, former producer, is no longer with us in Wisconsin. He's in Illinois working for ESPN 1000. Good riddance. There's been questions about Tony, who's going to be bridging the gap here.
A lot of questions.
Brewers fan, hosts the analysis with Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Packer fan, Bucks fan, Wisconsin Badger, hates Marquette.
Hates Marquette. I shouldn't say that on the air. That got me in trouble last time. Hates the Cubs and the Bears more than probably should, more than healthy. So, yeah, I fit in. I used to be with Willie and Tausch. You know, that's a Packer-driven show. We all got along great. All we did was hate on the Cubs and the Bears. We're going to get a lot of that on the show now.
Now that that's out of the way for people to feel comfortable with who's with us instead of hating the person who is with us, because there was...
Was he hated?
Oh, yes.
Why?
When you say on your way out that you hope the Bears beat the Packers by 30 points every time they play...
I missed that.
You're asking to be hated.
So he was just a heel, to use a wrestling term.
Well, yes, to use the wrestling term, but also, like, he basically used us up and spit us out to get to his next place.
Yeah, that's my takeaway. Yep.
So,
Kyle said he felt cheap. He felt like he was treated cheaply, just used and disregarded, thrown to the curb.
That's the lighter way of saying
that. Last week, I don't know if he was trying to get fans at ESPN Chicago because, you know, their fans are obsessed with you guys. But the whole, I can't wait for Green Bay to play the Bears. They lose by 30. Like, that was weird. That was weird.
That actually makes a lot more sense now. Because I texted CCAT on Friday. I popped in. He was working a little bit later than I was on Friday. I popped in to say goodbye, and he was busy with something. So I just shot him a text, and I said, "Hey, man, good luck. Been a pleasure." And his response to me was something to the effect of, "It will pain me to play the audio when you laughed at Colston Loveland being drafted." He didn't say, like, thanks, good to work with you as well. It was, he brought up my viral anti-Bears.
He's been a spy.
Oh.
He's just gathering all the things that he can take to try and
Kyle and Brust is going to be like the second most popular radio show in Chicago at this point.
Don't really care because he stinks. CCAT, I don't trust that he'll be able to create anything good over
You know
there.
what's also bad about that is I think back to when he took over for me on the show. You, like, brought him out to a nice dinner.
Trust me, I let him know about that.
Well, yeah, but when I took over for the producer of this show, you brought me to a sub shop.
Where?
Potbelly, up the street.
Do you know how many meals I had purchased for you and drinks I had bought for you up to that point?
not that many.
Strofe, you guys weren't strangers.
Yeah, we weren't strangers. And back when you were in Madison, when I was in Madison and you were on the board, I always took you out for beers.
No, you did one time.
Always.
Because you were a jerk to me. You had a bad segment. I came in the room and I said, "Hey, I like your quarter zip." And you said, "What'd you say? Don't patronize me." And I had just started full time. You were my favorite college basketball player. Now he's being a Richard. He hates me. He thinks I'm annoying. And then after the show, you said,
"Oh, I was right.
You want to buy me? You want a drink?" I was like, "I do want a drink."
Yeah.
I think that was the one time you ever did that for me.
Strofe, to be fair, Ben also learned the word patronize that day.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Marcus chimes in that in his fantasy football punishment, as we need some from all of you, the loser has to run a 5K to a bar in a costume of the choosing of the winner. Well, everyone drinks on the loser's credit card until the loser gets to the bar. That's
really good. 5K is what, 3.1 miles? So if you're in decent shape, you should get done in somewhere around a half an hour?
Do you know how much damage can be done with a whole fantasy football group?
You're talking 11 people minimum waiting on.
Say it's just 10 people. 12-man league, 10 for flat numbers.
It's 9 people.
I'm just going 10 for flat numbers here.
Yep.
12-man league, one of them's running, one of them couldn't make it. You got 10 people.
Got it.
In 30 minutes, everyone's taking a shot. You're probably buying an expensive shot because it's not your money.
Yeah, that's going to run you $500.
$10.
That's good.
With $10, man, that's light. $20 is $200. You're in for $250, $300 minimum.
But then you obviously,
right before they get there, you're getting another one.
Yep, you see them turning the corner.
You're getting 2 drinks and a shot probably in 30 minutes
for 10 people. $30 average.
I like that
$300
one because I don't know these people and I don't want to force them to go on a date with a blow-up doll like I did. You know what I mean? I can't be like, "Hey, we're going to pick your fantasy football draft order on Kyle and Brust." But the fantasy football punishment is the loser's got to go on a date with a blow-up doll. I just can't do that.
No, you're right. This is the best one. Now, I'm getting a little bit inside baseball here, but my understanding is these people don't they live all over the country? Is it?
Well, if they love each other, they're going to get together at one point.
Yeah, you're right. Good point.
You know what I mean?
I was more concerned about all right, we don't know everyone's dollar situation, but Strove's worried about travel, so whatever.
Yeah,
it's a good.
He goes, "I don't go too inside baseball. I don't know where these people live either."
I thought you told me this.
Why do you know that they might not all live here?
He read me some of the fun facts last week, and I was pretty sure one was a doctor in New York, one was in Minneapolis.
They're good.
They got money to travel.
Yeah.
And now they're going top shelf.
Yeah.
If the doctor loses and has to run, you're going top shelf.
Man, if the meeting's in New York, that could run you a G. If it's in Nashotah, it's about 45 cents.
Yeah, it's a great point.
The location of the bar.
That matters.
Yes, also, the 3 miles roughly for the 5K, if it's through New York City traffic with stoplights, that could take a lot longer as well.
Also, if it's you running the 5K or Kyle or Strofe running the 5K,
different. That's a different speed.
Time difference.
It's a different speed
versus old T. People have run faster. He has knee issues. You never know.
Why'd you take a shot at him?
Because he's been taking shots at himself, so I felt like it was fair. The other thing I wanted to mention here is somebody said drive a U-Haul from California and back. That's diabolical as well.
I did that once.
For fun?
No, I moved my buddy to San Diego in the middle of the pandemic, and I mean it's we left from Green Bay to San Diego. It was like a 20-hour drive.
And lastly here, Strofe,
buy a new couch.
Nathan chimed in that he supports the idea of the blow-up doll. Ben, did you keep your doll?
You did, didn't you?
I did, and then when I moved from my rental home to my, having a daughter 5-6 days before we moved in 6 days before we had our daughter, I felt like having Judy in my garage was IPT. In poor taste.
I don't know if it's in poor taste. It's just inappropriate.
Sure. Inappropriate or just wrong or weird or all the above. So I took a box cutter and I just ripped Judy up.
Damn.
It's a tough way to
go.
Just tuned in for that sentence, Judy's a blow-up doll.
Judy is a blow-up doll.
Somehow that doesn't make it better.
No,
it does.
If you turned on the radio in the last 30 seconds and you heard about Judy living in the garage and then getting ripped up with a box cutter, we got to tell people she is made of plastic.
We are back in 2 minutes.
R.I.P.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust
I was raised by Mama Wallace, and Mama Wallace said this is absolutely unacceptable.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Join Milwaukee's business community for an evening that makes a lasting difference. La Causa invites you to the 2026 Guarding Dreams Gala on Thursday, September 17th at the Pfister Hotel. Together, we'll celebrate the power of community while supporting La Causa's Crisis Nursery and Respite Center, providing a safe place for children and stability for families during times of crisis. Whether you attend, become a sponsor, donate an auction item, or simply lend your support, you'll help strengthen our community. Learn more at lacausa.org/gala.
If you're a golfer, a hunter, or someone who has a lot of gear, you know how quickly a garage can run out of space. Hey, it's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe & Chewy, and I'm here to tell you that Closets by Design creates custom garage solutions designed around your lifestyle. From cabinets and storage systems to garage flooring, they create a place for everything. I love what they did with my closet. Now I understand why so many homeowners trust them with their garages too. Right now, you can get 40% off and ask about their special financing options. Schedule your free in-home design consultation today at closetsbydesign.com and tell them Jen sent you.
Summertime is when you'll find the largest selection of homes on the market.
But it's the bottom of the night, as it's also the time when homes move the quickest.
This is Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
And I'm Andrea Woshinski. With more buyers competing, preparation, speed, and expert local guidance can make all the difference.
Start your home journey today with our white glove service at wendorfteam.kw.com.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
A real estate team driven by faith, gratitude, and results.
Experience the best of fall golf at Island Resort and Casino. Enjoy late season rounds at Sweetgrass, Sage Run, or the new 9-hole Cedar course. Fall golf rates include tee time starting at just $80 and stay and play packages from $136. Cedar course preview rounds are just $45 and available to book online. Plus, now is the time to plan next year's golf getaway. Submit your 2027 golf package request today at islandresortgolf.com.
This is Brian Balaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee, a good karma sports radio station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle and Brust on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. With Kyle Wallace, here's Ben Brust.
Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin. No Kyle. Alex Strofe in for Kyle Wallace. 800-990-3776 is where you can call and text. Get into the show. Have some fun with us. You can see us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And another day, even after all the great conversation we had about Jordan Love and Matthew Golden and Trey Smack. I think you said it best to me, Strofe, and I feel the exact same way. As I committed to the bit of going on a date with a blow-up doll named Judy, Adam Shine on Sports.
Shine on Sports.
Is committed to the bit. Because keyword bit, like, because this is, I was going to say bold bleep. Because it is. Shine on Sports, more on the Packers here with some Packers disrespect.
Another day, another national hot take. It's your daily dose of Packers disrespect.
The Bears' revenge last year, the whole thing, Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson, they own Green Bay. Jordan Love against that defense, no shot. Where's that game? Home? Lambeau? That's a win. Let me tell you something. I don't like the Packers this year. I think Green Bay is going to be a last-place team. I loathe Love and Green Bay for this upcoming season. Packers.
There he is, Shine on Sports, Adam Shine. And by the way, you know what's going to be really annoying is Adam Shine continues to, like, say a bunch of crap about the Packers that makes us at least like acknowledge his haterness.
His haterness.
He's the CBS like update guy in the middle of the games. So now you're just gonna hate updates.
Yeah.
It bothered me last year.
Well,
I was like, oh, there goes Adam Shine again.
He's bothered me for years. I made a parody song about him last offseason. Like he's committed to the bit because he knows Packers fans react on the internet when somebody goes at them, and to suggest that they are a 5-12 last place team is foolish.
So
just
because that's the part people didn't see. It's a TikTok that they posted. Predicts the team to go 5-12. Says Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams own Green
that's
Bay.
Ridiculous,
And
by the way.
He looks like a fake Jeff Goldblum. His face bothers me.
I had to look up loathe.
Really?
The word?
You don't know what loathe
I
means?
knew in context, like he doesn't believe in them.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize the extent of loathe and it being towards.
It's like a fancy way that people say hate.
Just hate? Yeah.
Yeah, to feel intense disgust,
Yeah.
hatred, or strong aversion towards someone or something.
Yeah, it's because he said Jordan Love doesn't know football a couple of years ago, and he's just continued to get proven wrong since he's become the starter of the Green Bay Packers, and he has proved himself as the best quarterback in the NFC North. So he's doubling down on idiocy, which he's done for many years now with the Green Bay Packers. And he's just going to keep saying he doesn't care if he's wrong. He wants attention.
I get that.
And he's getting attention from us and Packers fans, and he will continue to because he's never going to pick them to win a game.
No.
Like he doesn't pick them.
But at this point, it's the point where if he says something about the Packers, I want to play it not for him, but for Packers fans. Because I want Packer fans to then get all up in his mentions, DMs, and because like to say that, like, he didn't say he loathes the Packers. To me, what stood out is that he loathes Jordan Love.
That's actually a really good breakdown.
Like, and make sure I didn't hear that incorrectly.
No, he said I loathe Love.
Yeah, like that to me was like, oh, okay, that's why I looked it up even more.
Direct quote.
I
I
was like,
loathe Love, and Green Bay is going to be a last place team.
Yeah, it's just.
But again, to say like that about Jordan, like why? There's no evidence from him other than like he says, "Oh, against the Bears defense, that's a loss. It's in Soldier Field." Hey, dude, I feel like Kyle. I don't want to sound like Kyle. The last time they played in Soldier Field, Jordan Love threw for 350 plus yards and had 4 touchdowns. And I don't know, their defense led the league in takeaways, but they had no pass rush. And it took
they're
a
not
lot
be
of
better
good things
this
to happen for them in a row, and they did it. They get credit for winning the game. But to act as if it's like this automatic loss, and it's all because of Jordan Love, is the part that does bother me. I want to bring attention to.
From the
loathing Love, are you like? That's just stupid.
From the same video, the reason he says that the Packers will lose to the Jets in week 2 is because they don't have Micah Parsons.
And he later says he loves the Saints this year, which isn't an unpopular opinion, but like
it's almost becoming too popular.
12 losses is insane. There's no way, if Jordan Love is healthy for 12 games, not even let alone the full 17, there's no way this team has 12 losses. No way. They're just too good, and the schedule at the beginning of the season is not terribly difficult with or without Micah Parsons. This team has improved in a lot of capacities, the Packers are. I have a hard time. Like, I think it's disrespectful, let alone to think they're a 5-win team. I think it's disrespectful that sportsbooks, including our friends over at Potawatomi Sportsbook, have them at 9.5. They've been 9.5 wins.
Well, then, are you going to put your money where your mouth is?
Yeah, I'm still debating what I'm going to do for my season-long bet because I missed on.
Wait, how is that a debate, bud?
Well, no.
I don't care what you missed on. You just said all of what you said, and you're scared of 9.5?
No, I'm not scared of it. I might want to put more money on a longer shot bet, which is Jordan Love to win the MVP. I think he's got a really good shot.
No, I just want to put this in perspective as well. When you say 5-12, the Packers have won more than 5 games, and I just did the last 20 years.
Every year except 1 year, they were 4-12.
Would that have been 04? Because then they drafted A.J. Hawk.
Yeah, 05 was
top
the
pick.
05 was the first year of McCarthy, I believe.
08, 6-10 in Rodgers' first year, but he showed promise. Then obviously making the playoffs, winning the Super Bowl. Then all Rodgers did was win. 2017 and 18, they missed the playoffs. I believe 18 was the Joe Philbin interim head coach year.
But they still won like 7 or 8 games.
6-9-1
right?
and 7 games won in 2017. And then obviously you know the rest of recent history.
Yeah.
It's almost Strouf's lifetime. They haven't won 5 or fewer games.
And by the way, only 7 teams in the NFL last year were 5 wins or less. And they were all terrible. You can guess them. It's the Jets, the Browns, the Titans, the Raiders, the Commanders, the Giants, both teams riddled with injuries, and then the Cardinals. That's it. Those are the only teams who had 5 wins or less last year.
So just a casual all-time worst season.
It's a great question
since,
from K.
Since 1991 coming up.
Would the Packers go 5-12 if Tyrod Taylor started every game?
They might go 5-12. They might go better than 5-12. He's been rough in the preseason.
But that's the point.
Yeah.
The point is like even if with a backup, you'd like to think Matt LaFleur and the Packers would win more than that. And now we're getting sucked into the actual Adam Shine side of like having conversation that's not worth having.
Hold on. I'm still hung up on the loathe love thing.
That's what I was going to come back to.
Because like loathe Deshaun Watson, right? Loathe quarterbacks who actually aren't good human beings because they do exist.
But you don't have to do the good or bad. There's just bad quarterbacks
Loathe
in the NFL.
J.J. McCarthy,
yes.
Right? Like, if we're talking about his style of play, yeah, you've got J.J. McCarthy. Probably still also Deshaun Watson in that category these days. But he's just fresh in my mind because of the news he's made this weekend. But, like, there are quarterbacks worth being loathed in the NFL, whether it's their style of play or anything else.
Or their performance.
Jordan Love has been an impressive quarterback. The last time you mentioned it, the last time you saw him on a football field, he threw for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns in a playoff game. He's risen to the occasion all 3 years he's been a starter. He's continued to show why he is an up-and-coming quarterback and a sexy, trendy pick to win the most valuable player in the National Football League this year. I just don't understand loathing him. Even if you dislike the Packers and you dislike the fact that they have back-to-back-to-back good or really good quarterbacks, and, you know, if I'm not mistaken, Adam Shine is a Jets fan. So he doesn't even know how to evaluate quarterback play because the best thing he's seen in the last 25 years is Mark Sanchez, maybe Chad Pennington. Like, he knows nothing about good quarterback play. Loathe is quite the word choice.
Yes, and again, a lot of the conversation on the Carbless Talking text line is perfect. Like James the Postman, our guy, just I think puts it as clear as day. Jordan Love is literally the most unloathable person on the planet.
Yeah.
From a personality,
very likable guy.
From a person standpoint. But I'm trying to think for a guy who was 26 touchdowns to 5 interceptions last year.
I think he had 6 interceptions, but yeah, something like that.
You get my point.
Yeah, something like that.
Again, now I'm getting away from the point that now I'm talking about him, taking him seriously.
Yeah, he's continued to improve. And I mean, if you don't believe that, you just don't know ball. It's as simple as that.
There is a part of the fan base that is still waiting for Jordan Love to be something more.
Yeah.
And I get it. There's a part of the fan base that just doesn't like him, which I would say then you're just like spoiled and used to Hall of Fame quarterback play, which I get it.
Right,
as well,
I
it's
don't
also unfair to
understand.
Love.
I don't understand watching last season when Love was healthy and not thinking this guy he's the guy. Like he is the part. He is a franchise long-term solution at the quarterback position. He has cut down on the boneheaded mistakes. Does he still make them occasionally? Yes. Brett Favre was the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers for, 15 years? Want to talk about boneheaded mistakes? He made a ton of them. Love makes less of them. He only threw 6 interceptions. He has proven that he's more accurate. He's better
as
at
accurately
decision-making.
stated by Mina Keimstroff, when he does throw those interceptions, they do happen to be some major head scratchers.
I mean, the Cleveland one is the one that sticks out, which lost them the game in Cleveland. I think it was week 3 or week 4 of last year.
It's a good sign when his interceptions you can remember.
Yeah. I mean,
honestly,
he's not throwing 20 of them. He's not throwing 15 of them. He threw less than 10 of them last year. But the other part is like the play-to-play decision-making is better than it was the first and second year he was a starter. It was better last year. His poise has always been something I'm very impressed with. He doesn't get rattled by the moment. If he makes a mistake, it's short memory. It's what Bo Ryan always say to you?
Shooter's amnesia.
No, not well. Yes, but no. What were you going to get tattooed again?
Through the windshield?
Yeah, drive through the windshield.
Me.
Oh, I thought that was Bo Ryanism.
Drive out the windshield.
Can you just imagine, guys?
Don't look at the rearview mirror.
Strofe, you're so fired up about this just inaccurate analysis of Jordan Love. How different January to right now would be had McManus made one of those kicks.
Yeah. I say it all the time.
Yeah.
He would be MVP.
I think
so
I say this
many things.
weekly. The way in which he played against the Bears, he would have been a darling this offseason if they just win that game.
Mm-hmm.
Not even if he does anything more. Not if he has. He didn't even have to have like the game-winning touchdown pass.
They just had
if
to
they
win.
just win that game. All of this crap on Sportsmanlike with Chris Canty, Evan Cohen saying, what did I call him? Coleman.
Close enough.
Evan Cohen saying, like, kind of joining the Chris Canty, like, it's time for the Packers to do something. You look around and everyone's like, they're overhyped this or that. And I'm here to tell you, even from a local perspective, it's the complete opposite. I don't think they're overhyped. And everyone's trying to tell me that they're overhyped. They're not overhyped.
They're 9.5. Well, 9.5 is their over-under. That's not overhyped.
9.5. Jordan Love is outside the top 10 in quarterback rankings. The Packers are outside of top 10 in power rankings everywhere.
Their offensive line is bottom 20. Their receivers are bottom 15. Like,
do not understand the discourse. I genuinely don't. So there's my shine on sports.
That's
Done
good.
with it for the day.
That's solid. I did, Ben. I went back. I don't know why. Went back and watched the end of that game. There were two, just like when you're developing some opinions and some show ideas and stuff long-term for Packers-Bears this year, we forget that there were two drops on that final drive, that were touchdown drops.
Christian Watson didn't put his body on the line, but I think he could have caught it.
Mm-hmm.
And then was it Jaden Reed on the left side?
Yeah. Yep. And those are going to happen. But those weren't Jordan Love's fault. Like, you can make a lot of opinions on the Packers based on a lot of things. Jordan Love is not one of them.
I don't understand how your takeaway entering 2026 is Love isn't good enough.
And the Packers
it's just
are
an
overhyped.
incorrect
It's
opinion.
lazy. It's just lazy. You don't know anything about the team, blame the quarterback. It's lazy.
Let's get to Jason Wilde on the Yingling Guest Hotline. Coming up next.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust.
Emperor Penguin. You'd be like, yes.
It looks like every other penguin.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's mostly smooth sailing on the roads right now. Just a couple of very brief delays. 41 northbound between Capitol Drive and Hampton Avenue, and 94 in both directions. Just a tad slow right around the stadium interchange. Traffic is brought to you by the Milwaukee Mile. Don't miss Snap-on IndyCar Weekend, August 28th through 30th at Milwaukee Mile at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Get your tickets at milwaukeemile.com. Checking your storm team forecast. Mostly clear skies tonight, a low of 58. Partly cloudy with a slight chance for rain tomorrow, a high of 80. Weather is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Jessica Gatso on 94.5 ESPN.
ESPN Wisconsin celebrates Wilde and Tausch's 10-year anniversary, presented by Steinhoffels.
Our very first guest, Aaron Rodgers. Give us an over-under on what number would you set for how many shows we do together?
Daily, 52 weeks in a year. I'm going to say you do about 230.
Wilde and Tausch's 10th anniversary is also brought to you by Sendix, by Outdoor Living Unlimited, by Gruber Law Offices, by UW Credit Union, and by Events by Design.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, it's Kyle Walls for Universal Windows Direct. Can you believe we're already talking about the end of summer? It feels like we were just firing up our grills for Memorial Day. But if replacing your windows has been sitting on your to-do list, now's the time to get it done and cross it off for good. Right now, you can buy 4 windows and get 4 free, and you can also get 48 months of 0% interest financing. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
There's nothing like the neighborhood spot on game day. Every stool's taken, every screen's on. 1 minute you're surrounded by strangers. The next, you're high-fiving your new best friends. When it's your turn to order, ask for Yuengling Flight, the next generation of light beer. 95 calories, just 2.6 grams of carbs, and flavor that holds its own from kickoff to that final whistle. Light beer that drinks like you mean it. Yuengling Flight, the next generation of light beer. DJ Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Is back pain slowing you down? When it comes to spine care, you need specialized expertise. At the OAW Spine Center, their orthopedic care specialists provide the highest level of care for everything from herniated discs to spinal fusion. They start with the most conservative, non-surgical treatments like physical therapy and injections. If surgery is needed, minimally invasive procedures at the OAW Spine Center will get you back on your feet faster. With a focus on treating the source of the problem, they take a comprehensive, active approach to spine health, getting you back to the life you love. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit oawspinecenter.com. That's oawspinecenter.com.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust.
Payback is I sure have. I still got a video from a lady talking crazy to me. I said, oh, ma'am, I am writing a review.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Joining us on the Yuengling guest hotline, Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, now officially in Wisconsin, DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA, enjoy responsibly, is Jason Wilde, host of Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon across these very stations. Read him at Channel 3000. Jason Wilde, what's going on?
Not much, guys. How are you?
Failed to mention Kyle is out, so Alex Strofe is in. Say hi to Alex.
I already knew that, so don't worry about it.
All good. Just
hello,
make sure.
Hello to you as well, Jason.
There it is. There it is.
Well, no, wait a minute now. I was already planning on talking to Strofe because I know you got a lot on your plate. You're a busy guy. You wear a lot of hats. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering, do you have a good design eye, like on HGTV? Would they trust you to put together a room?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I think so.
Why aren't you talking to me?
We know that answer.
Well, I mean, first of all, I was looking forward to seeing Strofe's apartment once, but then I was banned. Which I thought was unnecessarily.
No, it wasn't unnecessary. We could tell the story. It's fine. Jason had to come pick.
I didn't know if we could.
No. I'll tell the story. So Jason had to come pick something up for me one day. What's that?
Who was she?
No, it was her. It was my fiance. But she was in the shower. But she showered because of our dog and how needy our dog is. She showers with the bathroom door open. So I was gonna bring Jason up, but I was like,
get that household together.
Well,
the door needs to be open for the dog.
We also weren't expecting visitors. I was just gonna bring something down to him. I ended up forgetting it on the counter, so I had to go back up. He had to wait in the lobby. It was a whole thing. But my apartment is.
But my
apartment looks nice.
My question was, couldn't you go in first and close the door?
I wasn't thinking that far ahead, but yeah, I definitely could have.
With the dog in there, the dog would be happy.
Anyway, the reason I didn't mean to bring this up because of that idiotic exchange that we had that day. My issue was that we have the new offices at Lambeau, and I am taking all my credentials that used to be hanging in my old office, and I have to reposition them on this magnetic board.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought a bunch of magnets, and it's not going great. But I also I've been putting credentials on that wall for 20 plus years. And so now starting from scratch, I kind of feel like I'm doing a terrible job, and I need somebody with a good eye for that.
I'll send you a
know-
picture. I have
No.
a thing on my wall in my guest bedroom / office that it's a framed
You
thing.
have an office.
I do, yeah. It's in the guest bedroom.
Sounds like
so it's
something
small.
I could have
But-
seen had I.
Yeah, that's
spent a
true.
lot
But
of time.
I have a bunch of my credentials dating back to like 2012 through last year that are in like a framed thing. They look very nice.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. Okay, glad we're on the same page.
All right.
All right.
This
you wanna
was
talk
this,
about
this
Trey
is a waste
Smack?
of
Can you guys
everyone's
leave
time.
this for weekly Wildy next time?
This is a waste of all of our times, including me and Jason's.
I thought it was pretty useful, actually, but that's fine. Then we don't have to talk to you anymore. Brust, what do you got?
Shine on sports, baby. Shine on sports.
Shine on sports.
You
He does
do
it
it the
so
best of
well.
anybody
He does
on
it so
ESPN
well.
Wisconsin. It's so good. I guess my thing is in specific to him. We've heard from Unsportsmanlike, Chris Canny, Evan Cohen, Shine on Sports. You look at power rankings. You look at quarterback power rankings. I'm very confused because I feel like there's maybe specifically for Unsportsmanlike, they use the term, Chris Canty, that the Packers are overhyped. The win total is at 9.5. I'm very confused on how the Packers are being viewed from an external standpoint versus a local standpoint. What do you make of the expectations that people are putting on the Packers when I don't think they're right?
I just don't think we know. I mean, that's why they're expectations, right? Like this is what we expect, but you don't oftentimes get what you're expecting. And I'm going to be honest with you, today especially, it was very noticeable, but it has been noticeable throughout camp. The defense has kicked the offense's tail more often than not, probably almost every day. I think they maybe have 1 or 2 days where the offense was better than the defense. And I'm talking ones, but also twos and threes. And so today it was especially noticeable. And I was talking with Bill Huber from Sports Illustrated on the sideline, and either the Packers defense is like the 85 Bears even without Micah Parsons, or the offense has a ways to go. Now, all this stuff can click in like that. Like, it's not like suddenly, we're going to go up to Minnesota and the Packers are going to score 3 points. I suppose that's possible, but I think they've got too much talent. But, there's been unrest on the offensive line. I wrote today about Jordan Morgan and how quietly solid his camp has been. And that's a big deal because so much of the rest of the stuff up front has been problematic. We don't know. Josh Jacobs took some 11-on-11 work today, but that was the first work he's gotten since his groin injury about 2 weeks ago. I'm rooting, which I don't do very often, but I am rooting for Marshawn Lloyd after everything he's been through. At the same time, what has he got? Like, what is he, 6? He's got like 18 rushing yards or something like that. Like, he hasn't been like hyper productive, right, in his 2 games. So, if he has to play a bunch, if you want to get him 12 carries a game, how productive is he going to be? And then, obviously Chris Brooks, for now anyway, is their third back, who's their blitz pickup guy. But I don't feel a whole lot better about their offensive line or about their running back situation. If Josh Jacobs is healthy, I feel significantly better. Tucker Kraft still doesn't have a deal done. I don't think he's going to walk out on the team if it's not ready for the opener, but it just makes you kind of wonder, why don't you get this taken care of? And maybe it'll be done tomorrow. Who knows? I feel good about their wide receiver group. I've said that a bunch, but, Christian Watson's had kind of a quiet camp. Not that matters once he gets into games, but it's noteworthy. So I look at where the offense is, and I just think we probably need to be a little bit more cautious about our expectations, simply because, whatever we've seen so far is not a great indicator of what they may be in week 1, in week 8, week 15, and then in the playoffs.
Jason, if you're Matt LaFleur, and I know he's an offensive-minded coach, but he oversees the whole operation, would you rather it be – do you think you'd rather it be this way or the other way? Obviously, in the middle would probably be best, but if you had to choose one extreme of the defense owning the offense or the offense owning the defense, which do you think he'd prefer right now with where this team's at?
Yeah, I think he probably, even though he's biased toward the offense, I think he probably is happy that the defense has come along as quickly as it has without its biggest star. And I would think his belief is hey, once we start actually game planning for opponents, I think we could probably put together some pretty good stuff, right? And so, again, I don't know. I'm not saying. Oh wait, I can't do that. Otherwise, I owe Tausch $5 to the, which I'm happy to donate to the.
You
Amtrak
caught
Children's
yourself. Good
Hospital.
job.
Thank you. But when I look at where they're at, like, I don't think it's time to panic by any means. So don't take it that way. But like, you would like to see a little more balance, to your point. But again, if you're installing a new defense, you have a new defensive coordinator, seeing good things from them is probably the most encouraging thing that they've got going for them. On the flip side, it does make you wonder about what their offensive line will do against Brian Flores' defense on September 13th.
Jason Wilde with us here on Kyle and Brust on the Yingling Guest Hotline. Jason, joint practice, they only have one this year. It's on Wednesday against the Arizona Cardinals. Just bring us up to speed. What is it you look for in these joint practices that might be different than, say, a preseason game that could really stick out and mean something as we get closer and closer to week 1 in Minnesota?
You mean besides fights?
Those are always expected,
look,
yep.
I had a big win today, and so did Aaron Rodgers, because Matt LaFleur acknowledged, I think maybe for the first time publicly, 8 years or 7 years later, that in 2019, remember when Rodgers was so pissed off about the joint practice with the Texans, and he said it was a big waste of time?
I do, yes.
That and other things.
Right. But the Houston Texans came here. Their linebackers coach was a guy named John Pagano. If that name sounds familiar, Chuck Pagano.
Yeah, it's his brother.
The former Colts head coach, Chuck Pagano, fought cancer. Awesome dude. Everybody that's covered him tells me how great he is to cover. I've never covered him. But he was the defensive coordinator for the Bears. If you recall, 2019, the Packers opened the season at Chicago. And Rodgers was pissed because he didn't think they did a lot in the joint practice. They basically treated it like a preseason game with the vanilla offense and everything else. And he complained about it because that's what he does, right? And so today I was like, hey, you got obviously Mike LaFleur, who's his brother, coming in, and Tom Silverstein had said something about you feel better about this when it's your brother, and he's like, yeah, I know that the tape's not going to get out. Well, it's interesting because the different joint practices they've had, they all have a different feel because of that variance in trust level. Like, they didn't have it in 2020 because of the COVID pandemic, but in 2021 it was the Jets that came here, right? Well, Saleh was like his best man at his wedding. So they let it all hang out. I think they did it with the Saints. They did it with the Patriots. They did it with the Ravens a couple of years ago. Last year they went to Indianapolis. There were some fights there, I know. And then they had it with the Seahawks, and there was definitely a fight here. So how much work you get done is predicated in part on how much you trust that coach to keep all that film secret. Right? So you can run your stuff. And I have been a proponent of, hey, let all the young guys play in the preseason games, but start scheduling 3 joint practices for every preseason game, 1 for each. And that work, if you can take care of your opposing coach, is way more valuable, and there's a more controlled environment. So I'm really looking forward to Wednesday. If you're asking for the number one thing that's most important to me, I get to wear my shirt that says, I just hope both teams have fun.
You love that shirt. That's your go-to.
It is. It's my favorite shirt. I wear it for every joint practice. It's a little bit tighter than it was the first couple of years, so I'm a little concerned about that, but I still am going to wear it.
My last note is for your board with all your media credentials. Give ChatGPT a shot.
I'm a big fan of humans, but I will do that at your behest. Thank you for the tip.
It does help. I'm not a design
Wait,
guy.
it's good at like interior design.
Like
do I take a
photo of your old one and then take a photo of your blank one and be like, here's the years here, write some information in there and say, how would you best organize it? Give me 2 or 3 options.
Wow, you're a big AI guy, aren't you?
At home, Gemini is a really good friend of mine. That sounds really bad.
Yeah, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? You don't talk to your wife, you talk to Gemini?
Hanging pictures. I did not talk to my wife. I talked to Gemini.
Oh, Judy's voice is Gemini. Now it makes sense.
Judy being a blow-up doll.
Oh boy, I'll tell you what, you got to be careful, man. Your wife's an amazing woman, but let's make sure that we give her a shout out for how amazing she is. Just here to keep you in the good graces.
We just celebrated 1 year anniversary. She knows. Heyo. Next.
Wow. Bye, Jason.
Holy I'm not that confident. Paul and I have been married 17 years. So, all right. Hey, you do you, Brust.
Chest out. Next.
Somebody had a good weekend.
Take care. Be good.
And Brust
Man, Kyle, do you ever know what you're talking about?
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
A few brief slowdowns on 41 northbound. That's between Capitol Drive and Hampton Avenue, and again later past Good Hope Road. 94, we're seeing some slowdowns in both directions, right between American Family Field and 35th Street. Traffic is brought to you by Great Midwest Bank. Planning a home project or need added flexibility? Tap into your home's value with a home equity line of credit from Great Midwest Bank. Visit greatmidwestbank.com, your simply local equal housing lender. Checking your Storm Team forecast. Mostly clear skies tonight, a low of 58. Partly cloudy with a slight chance for rain in the afternoon tomorrow, high of 80. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a to 9 p daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Jessica Gatso on 94.5 ESPN.
It's a summer of big wins with WinFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Just play with your Potawatomi Rewards card for entries and your chance to win cash and reward play all summer long. Then keep the excitement going, because all your monthly drawing entries roll over into the WinFest final drawings on September 25th, where you could win cars, dream vacations, free play, and cash. Don't miss out on WinFest, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
You already know that Kessler's is the world's largest employee-owned group of jewelry stores.
We were recently told that Kessler's is the fastest growing group of jewelry stores in America.
Well, it just goes to show you.
Show you what?
That people like to feel good.
What do you mean?
Rick, you know how many people will drop by and look in the showcases and have some coffee and chat with their sales associates?
Yes.
That doesn't happen at other stores.
Really?
People come to Kessler's because it brightens their day.
It makes them feel good.
It certainly makes me feel good.
Tell me why.
Well, everyone's always in a good mood. And everything is clean and sparkling and romantic and happy.
It feels like sunshine and rainbows, doesn't it?
Sarah, that's exactly what it feels like.
When you're having a gray day, come to Kessler's.
Have some coffee and let us clean your jewelry.
Our jewelry cleaning equipment is completely different than what you have at home.
And we're delighted to do it for free, of course.
Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Fall is right around the corner, and we've got something new to celebrate this season. You already know and love our apple flavor. In fact, you love it so much, we're giving it a package all its own. Introducing the new Apple 4-Pack, the same crisp apple flavor you can't get enough of. Now in a convenient 4-pack that's perfect for sharing, stocking up, or enjoying all season long. This fall, grab the new Apple 4-Pack from Carbless. Go to drinkcarbless.com and find it near you.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
It's time to get everything you need for the job from one partner. No more juggling vendors. We've got your entire job supply covered. Supply the entire job with job lot quantities of everything you need, from flooring to roofing, with access to thousands of products not available in stores. More products mean more colors, sizes, and finishes, so you can get exactly what you need to get the job done. Learn more at the Pro Desk. the Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Have no fear, the chaos is here. Lucky you. This is Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin. If you missed Jason Wilde or any of our show thus far, you can go back on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and ESPN Madison, where we are live right now. It's Ben Brust alongside Alex Strofe is in for Kyle Wallace. And as always, call and text at 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talking text line. A joint practice coming up Wednesday with the Cardinals for the Packers, and the preseason game last Friday was enjoyable, to say the least. If you cared about Jordan Love looking good, Trey Smack looking good, which are two main things.
I have a question about watching preseason games.
Yeah.
How long are you tuned in for?
Quarter.
Okay. I think I did the first half. I had it on, but I wasn't actively watching the second half.
Quarter.
I think, yeah.
First one more.
Yeah.
Second one, not as much.
And if
Third
I
one,
hear faintly in the background, well, Trey Smack's going to come out, then obviously I'll pay attention, but that's about it.
Yeah. Regular season, 60 minutes of every game possible in the NFL.
Yep, agreed.
That being said, I do want to hear some praise on Monday morning quarterback, essentially, from Dan Orlovsky on Jordan Love.
This dude's so good. I think he is insane how talented he is. Some of the throws he makes and the way that it is effortless are absurd. If this group can stay healthy, Christian Watson, Matthew Golden had 2 or 3 plays that they need him to take that step forward. But I somehow still truly deep down believe that this dude is undervalued. I think he is so sensational.
Love you're talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He is sensational throwing the football.
Reason why I thought that was timely is because we just had a conversation with Jason Wilde about how the defense is owning the offense in training camp, and they are not. Like, he almost was trying to get you to temper expectations a little bit for week 1, and it may look different in week 8, as time goes on. But, like, the main things were essentially, as we've talked about all offseason long, the uncertainty at the offensive line position. Christian Watson has been quiet, and you have done some play-by-play for us as our training camp correspondent, and a lot of the times Jordan Love looks for Christian Watson, he adjusts and can't come down with it. That being said,
a little facetious, but
and many others would all agree that the best you've seen from Christian Watson was the 10 games that he played coming off of that ACL injury, which was the last thing I would have expected for someone so injury-prone. I thought it would have took him longer to trust that knee.
It was right away.
And he was great.
I mean, he was awesome in that Pittsburgh game. That was his first game back.
So I'm battling because I agree with the way he looked, like in the confidence, the poise, the throws. It's there for Love. But if we've learned anything in the NFL, specifically last year, and in the sport in general, your quarterback doesn't automatically guarantee Super Bowl wins. Seattle did it with a good quarterback, not a great quarterback, but a stellar defense and special teams. So I'm just marrying the thoughts of, like, I truly think that if they have a top 10 offensive line, I believe in the weapons and Tucker Kraft and the wide receivers to put up big numbers. But we also have to think, we don't know what Matt LaFleur is going to do in terms of time of possession, running the football. On second down, he runs it more than expected than so many other teams in the NFL, even teams that like have Derrick Henry on their team, like the Ravens. So I'm fascinated about the offense right now and what they will look like, because in my head, I can see something special. But when I hear Jason, who's there watching and reporting, it feels different.
Yeah, but the hard part is they're playing themselves, right? And I don't even know that the offensive line needs to be a top 10 group. I think it needs to be middle of the pack, and this is Super Bowl good enough. Obviously, you'll see some tougher
with
defensive
some of
lines.
those defensive lines you see in the
right.
Buddy, you remember Chicago.
If you play the Houston Texans, sure. Like, Chicago doesn't worry me. I believe this offensive line is a better offensive line than we saw in that wild card game already.
Chicago, you can't say.
I don't know.
You
have cannot
proof.
say
It's
that
on film.
Chicago
should
also
worry
forget
you.
that we haven't seen this group in a real game.
Right. I understand, but given what they are showing us internally is they believe left tackle is an upgrade. They believe right guard is an upgrade. They didn't have the right tackle in that game.
Right guard being an upgrade is also like you can't say that when.
Why wouldn't they be playing Anthony Belton at that position if they don't believe it's an upgrade?
But if it's an upgrade to what?
An upgrade from what they had a year ago.
A D to a C.
Exactly. That's my point.
It's an upgrade.
Sure, but it's not what you need to have.
So me saying
and your point about like not being worried about Chicago, I agree with that, but at the same time, the Bears were down with one of the worst pass rushes in the entire league and just pinned their ears back and went after Love. And they weren't able to figure it out.
Destroyed that line in the third quarter.
And I know they were blitzing and they were just sending a bunch of guys, and that's part of it. But like the better offensive lines will be able to overcome that. I don't know if they're in that degree.
Yeah,
and they have to prove it if they're going to be of that degree of offensive line.
That part I totally agree with. They have to prove it, but I'm encouraged knowing that they feel better about that line than they did in a wild card game entering week one. Now, the depth is the more concerning piece because they just don't really have that much depth on the offensive line like we've been so used to over the years with the Packers. But all in all, I think. I mean, every team needs things to work out for them, right? You got to be healthy, you got to be good, you got to be lucky. That's how you ultimately get to a Super Bowl recipe. I think the Packers have checked one of those boxes. I think they're good. I think they've got the quarterback right. There's a ton of reasons to be optimistic about the defense and the skill position players offensively. But yes, some things need to elevate and take that next step or work out. A la Jonathan Gannon's defense needs to be as chaotic and exceptional as we think maybe it could be, and it was in Philadelphia. That also requires a guy like Edgerrin Cooper to take a step forward. That requires a guy like Javon Hargrave, an over 30-year-old signing, to shine at the defensive line. And then, offensively, you need Golden to be what we all thought Golden could be last year and what we saw in the playoff game against Chicago.
Now you're starting to name a lot of players and are asking for big steps from a lot of players.
But you need that.
But not everyone's going to.
No. It can't be a guarantee, and it can't always be all 17 weeks, right? Like Edgerrin Cooper, I'm just using him because I just said his name, might have 14 awesome weeks. He also might have 3 weeks where you go, what are you doing on that?
Well, that would be an upgrade from what happened last year because he didn't have 14 great weeks.
No,
so I would take that, obviously.
Yeah. I'm just using him as the example. But that's
he's a good example because he
was
was a 2-time NFC Player of the Week as a rookie. So he has the capability of being a guy that can do something like that.
And I am optimistic with this scheme. I pointed this out a couple weeks ago. Tony and I filled in on an ESPN Madison show, the Saturday Scramble from Potawatomi. And I just think it gets lost. Jeff Hafley was never a defensive coordinator until he was in Green Bay. Like, he never ran his own defense in the National Football League until he was in Green Bay. Jonathan Cannon's done that and done it successfully to the point where he earned a head coaching job and coached in a Super Bowl as a defensive coordinator. I have to think this is an upgrade because the last time we saw Jeff Hafley, the Bears scored, 25 points in the last 18 minutes of a game? I'm optimistic about this defense.
I just want to make sure, because I fall in this camp, if this is what you're saying Jonathan Gannon is an upgrade from Jeff Hafley at DC.
I can't definitively say that yes, but my hope is yes. Because we haven't seen a Jonathan Gannon true defense with all the starters for 4 quarters yet.
I know they didn't have the Michael Parsons against the Bears, but I go back to people were sad Jeff Hafley was leaving, and I get he made an impact, but I think he was just better than the garbage they had prior him. That he wasn't actually that good, and that playoff game showed that because he wasn't able to get it done when it mattered most. We put that same emphasis on players, right? McManus, good all season. When it mattered most, sucked, see the door. Hafley, that's exactly how I felt about him, and I'm cool with him not bringing it.
Guess what? All the things you guys are mentioning is a consistent theme throughout the entire team, though. Matt LaFleur in those big moments, right?
I don't disagree.
1-3, you could talk about all of that, for the whole team.
But
I think it's the theme of this team being good, not great. When they get to that moment, are they able to beat a team instead of finding ways to lose?
Yeah, it's a fair point by you, but I would say the other part of Tony's point, which if you want to knock LaFleur, this would be your opportunity to, is I think we all exited that playoff loss in Chicago going, something's got to give on the coaching staff. I wanted to keep LaFleur. I like Matt LaFleur. I'm a staunch LaFleur defender, but that required other changes. And the other changes that happened weren't LaFleur's choice. The defensive coordinator left to take a head coaching job, and the special teams coordinator resigned 40 days after the season ended.
And That was probably their choice.
And
it was weird.
I remember when you, me, and Kyle were talking to our buddy Rob Domofsky after the season ended, and he said, yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if all three coordinators change. And that was something I was hoping for, because I think LaFleur can be the head coach to lead you to a Super Bowl, but I don't know if those other three guys, offensive, defensive, and special teams coordinators, were the guys. Two of them are different this year, and hopefully that is an upgrade and something that shows meaningful impact once the games start being played.
Yeah,
so
I still have my doubts of Matty. I will until he proves me otherwise.
I mean, I think you can have your doubts, rightfully so, but like the emphasis on finishing games, I don't know how you emphasize that other than just saying you're emphasizing it, right?
But it's something
you
every other year.
Yeah. I mean, he's had his shortcomings.
And I thought, I remember being super optimistic, actually, of when he made a one-score game. I was like, all right, next time he's in that scenario, he's, in crunch time, he's going to learn from his, crunch time's never been his thing.
No.
It just hasn't.
No.
And so until that changes, I have to stay where I'm at.
Strove, I know you like LaFleur, but right there, you can't agree with that statement and then say you like Matt LaFleur.
Which statement?
He just said crunch time has never been his thing, and you agreed with
No,
that.
I said yeah,
I'm sorry, but
it's certainly been a shortcoming.
Then he can't be head coach.
No, I mean, he is a head coach, and
then you can't be a winning.
But
you can't be a good one.
You have to believe in evolution, right? You've got to believe that he can evolve, and I believe that he's shown that.
It's been 7 years. So what's your stretch here?
My stretch is just I think he realizes when he got his contract extension, evolution is necessary, and I believe he has preached and shown that this offseason.
All right, so this is it then.
If they don't make the playoffs, he's not back.
How far do they have to get for him to be back for sure?
They got to win a game in the playoffs.
Okay, great.
If they're a wild card team, I would say they have to get to the
standard.
divisional round.
Great.
Yeah.
More next.
With Kyle and Brust.
But then when you
off now.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, it's Alex Strove. Football is back at ESPN Milwaukee's Kyle and Brust will be live at one of my favorite spots in Milwaukee's East Side, Veer North. Join them Friday, August 28th from 2 until 5 ahead of the preseason showdown in Green Bay. Listen to these deals: $3 domestic drafts, $10 wing baskets, $12 pizza and a pint, plus $10 specialty cocktails and a free Jell-O shot with every Green Bay score. Planning a watch party? Book Veer North's private event room at info@veernorth.com. Kyle and Brust live Friday, August 28th at Veer North.
Your brand doesn't need more square footage.
It needs more wow.
When you work with Captivate Exhibits, trade show booths become magnets, lobbies become living stories, break rooms become culture builders.
Captivate creates experiences people don't just see, they feel.
For more than 30 years, their award-winning team has transformed big ideas into bold brand moments that command attention and drive results.
Stop blending in.
Start captivating.
Visit CaptivateExhibits.com.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, with my brother and business partner, Aaron Brown.
Siding Unlimited has grown into Wisconsin's best local remodeling company and proven by our long list of awards, highlighted by our 5-time Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year Award.
For new siding, windows, roofing, and doors, call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Get here early. The lot's only half full, the grill's just getting going, and football's already in the air. This is the part people miss the most. The hours before kickoff, just hanging out with your crew. And the beer in your hand? Yingling Flight, the next generation of light beer. 95 calories, just 2.6 grams of carbs. Real flavor that goes the distance, because a tailgate is a marathon, not a sprint. Yingling Flight, the next generation of light beer. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Life's better under our roof. At Grimaud & Associates with American Family Insurance, we know life isn't one size fits all. That's why we help protect what matters most: your home, your car, and the people who count on you. Ben Brust here for Grimaud & Associates. Bundle your home and auto insurance to simplify coverage and save on the policies you need most. Contact Grimaud & Associates Insurance today at 414-332-0838.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
25 years ago, a generational Bucs team made an unforgettable run.
This is the place to be.
Light It Up, narrated by Jim Paschke, is the new season of the Behind the Bucs podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. This is the oral history of the 2000-2001 Milwaukee Bucs and their run to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Absolute bedlam
Stadium here at the Bradley Center.
Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get your podcasts.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's Kyle and Brust without Kyle. Alex Strofe is in. And I just need to give a quick reminder to everyone that Alex Strofe could not bench 95 pounds. He then made a vow to work out like 125 times by the end of the year.
That was the hope. Yeah.
And then
why are we doing this?
Because you told me that you had not lifted a weight since May 21st.
I think I've lifted weights, just not like full-blown workouts.
What does that mean?
I'm lying. I don't know why. I mean, like, I've moved things in my apartment that are heavy. I think that's what I was thinking. But like,
seriously?
Yeah. No, I haven't worked out since May. That's true. That's true.
Do you remember when I told you that when you hit the 20 to 25 mark that you're going to stop?
Yeah, and I think I responded something to the effect of, Ben, it's me. Yeah, it's me.
And I go, exactly.
Yeah, and you were right. Now,
so you owe what to Ron and the Key for MS?
Well, there's more than 100 days
You're
left
not going to do it. Stop.
I will, once I admit defeat, which I'm not doing right now, I will donate $100 to MS Society. No, not yet. I still have time.
Got to save up.
No. I am going to Vegas this weekend, though. So.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully I hit it big and then it's no problem.
Yeah.
It's an afterthought.
Everyone hits it big.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, so I would like to correct the record.
You've gone backwards.
No, I would like to correct the record. I did hit 95 pounds multiple times. And I think I got complacent.
That's awesome, man.
Thanks, dude.
And that was
$135.
That was back in May.
It was I mean it was a couple weeks after the combine.
You can't do it again.
Yeah, you can't do it right now.
Yeah. No chance. You lost that. You're back down to the 80s.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think it was more a form thing than it was the actual weight. I'm a grown man. Like,
you're not a grown man,
buddy. Buddy,
don't
say
bully
it's
me
a
into
good
this
question.
You're just a big boy.
I'm done with physical things
forever.
Yeah, I've retired the combine.
Seriously?
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
We might do one last hoorah.
No, it's supposed to be you said it's an annual.
It was.
thing.
I did it twice. It was the second annual. All annual things don't live forever.
Yes, Derwin, correct. He carried groceries from the car.
Oh, I do that a lot, actually, because I park 2 blocks away from my apartment.
I do that a lot.
I park 2 blocks away from my apartment.
The thing that I used to do when I was lifting was sometimes I would just take the groceries and I would curl them.
Yeah, I do that. Now, I had a really heavy load last week, and I was curling them. And I had to stop. I had to take a break in the park.
Oh my!
It was. I was like, I really hope nobody I know drives by right now.
You were curling groceries in the park and had to stop.
Yeah, I had a big haul at the grocery store that
day.
Those
bags carry about 7 pounds.
Here's the other thing, and I'm not one to make excuses, but that's what I'm going to do right now. And that is, so my job changed. Like, so when I work changes. I work.
You
at
have
night.
so much more time to work out and better
Yeah,
yourself.
but I'm getting home later, so I'm sleeping in later, and
that's up to you.
Because
there's still so much time in your day.
Right, but for example, last night I didn't go home till after 11 o'clock, and then I need to unwind, and then I'm not falling asleep till like 2 or 3, and then that means I'm sleeping till 10 or 11.
You need 4 hours to unwind. That's on you.
Yeah,
you're playing.
Well, no,
video games.
No, I don't play video games. But no, like think about yours. So you get done here at 5. You're not going to bed till 9. That's 4 hours. It takes time to unwind.
Whatever excuses you need, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin. continues on in 2 minutes with Alex Strofe.
You're experiencing Kyle and Brust
Hi, guys. Well, you made my day, I'll tell you.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Crash on 41-894 southbound is blocking the left lane. That's about half a mile beyond the ramp from Beloit Road. Delays are starting back at Lincoln Avenue. 94 is seeing heftier delays now in both directions. Eastbound from 76th Street on and off to about 35th. Westbound delays between 35th and the stadium. And 43 southbound is backed up from Keefe past downtown. Traffic is brought to you by the Milwaukee Mile. Feel the speed at the legendary Milwaukee Mile. The only IndyCar doubleheader of the season roars into Wisconsin State Fair Park August 28th through the 30th. Get your tickets now at wisconsinstatefair.com. Check in the Storm Team forecast. Mostly clear skies tonight, a low of 58. Partly cloudy with a slight chance for rain tomorrow afternoon, a high of 80. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Jessica Gatso on 94.5 ESPN.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher for Outdoor Living Unlimited. Well, my wife and I chose Outdoor Living Unlimited to build our outdoor project. And when we met with Aaron and Eric Brown, owners and brothers of Outdoor Living Unlimited, we felt like they were the right guys to work with. We share the same hardworking values, and their showroom is a must-see at 665 Larry Court in Waukesha. If you're looking for a new deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, and more, Outdoor Living Unlimited is a must. Start with OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com and end with an amazing outdoor space.
Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith here. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A good karma sports radio station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle and Brust on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour is brought to you by Siding Unlimited, the 5-time winner of the National Pella Platinum Premium Certified Contractor of the Year. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It is indeed the 414 Hour at 4, but I'm not going to tell you that because we have somebody better to tell you that.
Is it Kyle?
It's not Kyle, who I don't know why he's off today, but he's off today. But it is Kyle's favorite. Dirty D in Muckwonago. Dirty D, go ahead.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on K&D.
There it is. That's Dirty D. Dan McGuanago, thank you for bringing us in. Ben Brust here alongside Alex Strofe, who's in for Kyle Wallace. Call us, text us at 800-990-3776. This is more. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. You know, something struck me there as you mentioned you were going to Vegas. I don't think you could have picked any worse time.
Oh, I've done it.
So you agree?
It's a bad time, no doubt. Yeah, the end of August?
You got preseason football.
No, it'll be over.
Oh, it'll be. And I love baseball.
I guess maybe Saturday there's some games. I get there Friday.
Great, have fun with that.
I get there Friday.
That sounds awesome to watch.
And I'm not even
guys
staying.
You don't even know because none of the starters play.
I'm not even staying in downtown Vegas on Friday because I'm going to stay by my dad, who he lives in Vegas, but it's kind of like technically the suburbs. It's not like he's in the action of.
It's going to be 105 plus.
Yep.
There's no is.
I mean, there's always something happening. I could probably find something to do, but no. I mean, like this is strictly a pre-football season getaway for 4 days, 3 days.
Why wouldn't you save this
discounted?
trip?
Is that what happened?
I mean, we have our ways, but it would be discounted anytime we went. No.
You're a March Madness guy.
Yeah, and I could go back out for March Madness. March Madness isn't for 6 months.
Whew. Vegas in 6 months increments is really tough.
Well, my dad lives there.
I understand that.
Well,
but
I don't
know
think
you.
I've spelled that out, though.
Hey, Ben, did you know that Stroph's dad lives in Vegas?
I don't think I've said that yet.
You have.
Well, I said I'm staying there, but I guess it's
because his
implied.
dad lives there.
Yeah, that's right. Correct.
So your dad lives in Vegas.
You got it.
Okay, got it.
Glad we're all
Not,
caught up.
not his new stepdad that he referenced in hour one. It's his
Yeah,
stepdad.
not right.
How many stepdads have you had?
This is okay. So, well, my real dad is not my stepdad.
I
He's
understand
my
that.
dad.
He lives
Your
in
real
Vegas.
dad?
Yeah, and he lives
in
in
Vegas.
and he lives in Nevada.
I think we covered that.
Okay, so he is not my stepdad. He's my dad. And then I had a different stepdad for about 4 years, and then they got divorced.
Rate hit him on a 1 out of 10 scale.
Well, hold on, I'll get there. They got divorced, and then they dated again for 4 years. Yep. I liked him. We got along. He's a huge sports fan. So we got along great. I'd put him at like a
Took your takes as the gospel.
I'd put him at like a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I mean, he was my first like real audience because he was around when I was like 13.
Poor guy.
This would have been so good during the NFL draft. Just scouting reports.
So yeah, I'd probably put him. I don't know, like 6 out of 10.
This new one?
No. The new one's awesome. I'd put him at like a 9.5 out of 10. The only knock on him is he's from Ohio originally, so he is a Browns fan, an Ohio State fan, a Cleveland Guardians fan. So he doesn't like my teams, but he's also a big sports fan. And he treats my mother wonderfully. And he's a great time. It's fun to party with.
They both treat you really well, considering they didn't invite you to their wedding.
That is fair, but they are going to watch my dog this weekend again for the second time this month. So shout it to them.
Because you're going to Vegas to visit your dad.
You got it. Yeah, thanks, sir.
So just was like, what are you gonna do in
So,
Vegas?
well,
right now?
here's-
I don't know, it's fine. You're gonna hang out with your dad.
No, just Friday.
It's fine. You're gonna.
And then Saturday and Sunday with me and the fiance. She's flying in Saturday.
But you're going to one of the most iconic spots to watch sports in a pool.
So I didn't piece this together until you said it to me earlier today. So we are going to Stadium Swim, right? Like it's the ginormous video screen.
I did a flyaway with some.
You've been
fans.
there? I've never been there.
Yes, been there 3 times. It's wonderful.
So that's on Fremont, right? That's not on the Strip
Correct.
technically. So we've got a stay there, and then
I judged a bikini contest there.
Oh, daps, dude! Hell yeah!
No, I'm not dapping you. The way he said daps
dude.
just made me not
And then
want to
with
dap
the,
him.
then with the hell yeah, dude. Oh my!
And it was like
God.
legit.
He stood
hold
up.
on.
Greg
Yeah, what does
Scalzo
that
and I
mean?
judged a
Excited.
bikini
Hold on.
contest.
Break this down for me.
No, no. We are already on thin ice today.
No,
guys.
what do you mean no?
Didn't you do it on air?
We sat next to a Playmate of the Year.
She was also a judge, or she was in the
She was
contest?
a judge.
Oh wow!
Rashad White, former Buccaneers running back.
Yeah.
Matthew Judon was supposed to be there, defensive end.
Really? What is going on? What is this? How did you get roped in?
They thought we were like, they expected us to be old radio guys. And then when they met us, they're like, oh, they could totally do this because we, you just kind of.
So how do you judge? So they just do like a catwalk, I assume?
They walk up, they do the thing, like we scored it.
Out of what, 10?
And by the way, the winner won $10,000. So we judged something that like had money on the line.
You were responsible for tuition?
That's crazy. That's a great pop.
Hey, what happened to thin ice?
Yeah, that was a great pop.
I was helping someone get their school paid for. I don't know
So-
what thin ice you're talking about.
What are we? I might regret asking this question.
Then don't.
What are we judging?
Then
What
really
do you mean,
don't.
what are you judging? It's a bikini contest.
Are we judging the bikinis?
Appearance, if you like the, I don't know. I don't have the scorecard in front of me. Greg and I were just looking at each other like, what the hell is going on? Like, how are we here?
That's the part I'm confused
like we're
by.
like a mini Perez Hilton was next to us, like some sort of like celebrity person like that covers
Perez Hilton.
I don't know.
Why is that the first person that popped in your mind?
Like somebody in that industry. Like these are people like there was like real judges,
Like fashionistas.
Yes, there you go. Like people who like know what's going on. And then there's Greg and I with a real scorecard next to a Playmate of the Year. So we're like, what the hell's going on?
So are you treating this like college? You're looking over at her scorecard and copying?
Oh hell yeah!
Okay.
No, well, we would talk to each other.
Oh, all 5 of you would.
There was 3 judges at one table, 3 on the other, and we were on the end. She was right next to us. So we were like, hey,
you guys didn't belong here.
No, but it was awesome.
I honestly don't know that I ever knew this about you. This is fascinating.
Oh man, I don't think for either of us that it'd be a good idea to make like us up on stage with the winners and all the judges a break screen. But I'm sure I could find it.
Wow.
I was going to go to the Brewers. How do we get stadium swim? And it made me obviously
You made it
when
about
you say
you.
stadium swim, I'm going to think, no, I didn't make it.
No,
Did you think of the time that you judged a $10,000 bikini contest?
No, because I've never done that.
But if you did, you'd think of it. What?
Yeah, I'm blown away.
So, what's your confidence meter in the Milwaukee Brewers?
Probably higher confidence than you judging a bikini contest.
Agree.
That segment went from Stroph's dad living in Vegas to stepdad power rankings to a bikini
Well,
contest
I've only had 2.
to now Brewers.
But also a Carbless Talking text line text that is definitely worth, the opinion of Alex's dad, or of Alex about his stepdads. Did any of your stepdads scratch their head in amazement at your lack of athletic ability?
Well, so
did you guys go have a catch?
So the current,
and like you just throw it at, past him and his feet, and then
well,
just
the
rolls
current
by him?
stepdad, as of 2 days ago, he was paralyzed 6 years ago. I think it was 11 years ago now. In a surfing accident. This is a true story. And he's worked his way back. He's fine now. But
is he he's not in a wheelchair?
No. He's great. He works out 3 times a day. He's unbelievable. But he was fully paralyzed. They never thought he'd walk again. This is a true story. And
we get a 30 for 30 on this guy.
But he's worked his way back, and he makes fun of me now for when my combine videos come out.
Dude, the former parallegic's more athletically than you?
I mean, he's definitely stronger than me. He's ripped. I mean, it's an amazing story. Now, the previous...
You see how he didn't want to admit it?
The previous...
You said, he's more athletic. He's definitely stronger.
He's definitely ripped. He could definitely lift a lot more than me. And then the stepdad prior, that's when I was in middle school. So he'd come to my games and would coach me up. And that's when I actually had a little bit of athletic ability. Not good athletic
Games.
No, I played hoops.
Even the way you talk about things still bothers me. I played hoops. I was in the block.
I was in the paint.
The paint.
Getting buckets.
You were but you don't get buckets in the paint. When someone says they're getting buckets.
Oh yeah, they're handling the ball.
Yeah,
a little bit
they're
more.
doing a lot of a step back.
Right,
He's getting buckets.
You're
not doing a jump hook.
I'm grabbing a rebound because thankfully I was taller than a lot of kids, and if I'm lucky, 40% of the time I'm making the follow-up.
Only 40% from the paint?
Dude, I wasn't good. I wasn't good.
Yes, John, a guy who is paralyzed has more athletic ability than him.
I think that's effectively what we've determined. Yeah. No longer paralyzed.
Yes, Mark, we do know that the new name of our brand is Good Karma Sports. We just launched that today. Check it out on the Sports Business Journal. Follow us at Good Karma Sports on Instagram. A big day for our company, and we are doing the company a good service by serving sports fans with this conversation the last 11 minutes.
So you talked about sports the whole time. There were power rankings. There was scorecards.
We
scorecards.
did it.
Swimming
we did it.
is a sport.
Yeah, stadium swim.
Exactly.
It's a great point.
I don't see how we didn't talk about sports.
Stroph's stepdad playing catch with him.
That's baseball.
Yeah. So what do you got
Getting
for me?
buckets on the block.
What do you got for me?
We almost talked about every sport. There was a surfing reference.
Wow.
True.
An unfortunate one, but yes.
Still a reference.
So now, is this Blue Crush? Did he get hit by a rock?
See, now here's your obscure reference. I've never even heard of what you just read.
Dude, it's so weird. That's the first thing I thought of when he said surfing too. Is Blue Crush.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh, genuinely, that's crazy and sad. How did he lose his ability to move?
So his daughter lives out in Maine. And he went surfing. It was 11 years ago. I think we just celebrated the 11-year anniversary of that. And
you celebrate?
Well, he's great now.
I know, but
I guess celebrate he's still alive. Yeah.
Okay. So okay.
Yeah. So I don't know the full story. This is before my mother was in the picture. But his daughter lives out on the East Coast. They went surfing, and something happened. I guess I don't really know the full story. I feel like it's kind of a sensitive topic, no? Like that's the most I know that you shared with me. I know he was in the hospital for a long time.
Dude, you ask questions more than anybody in the world, and the fact that you even asked this is there's something fishy going on in this marriage.
No, it's not fishy. It's fishy. Yeah. So,
you're being weird right now.
I'm a little uncomfortable. I feel like I've overshared.
Fair enough. Let's go to the Carbless Talking text line. Frank in Port Washington. You're up on the Carbless Talking text line. Hit us.
Oh, no.
I'm sure Josh Koss is wondering that question, too. I got two for you.
He's from Port Washington.
This 9.5, the 9.5 stepdad, you like, obviously, is 9.5, and he's working out like a maniac. How are you not working out with him and getting your act together physically?
That's a fair question.
And then second question, because we want to get both.
Yeah, and how hot is your mom?
I mean, what do you want me to do with that, Frank? What do you want me to do with that?
What do you think?
I think my mom birthed me. So I guess look at me and figure it out. I mean, how
is your mom hot? Yes or no?
I don't. That's not a word I would use to describe my own mother.
You have never stuttered more on the air.
I mean, what an uncomfortable question.
What a great call. Thank you, Frank.
My mom, I've called her beautiful. Like, I texted her when she got married on Saturday. I said, "You look beautiful."
You know, at any point you could have stopped, and I really would have moved on. But now you just keep going, so
Well,
I just let you drown.
Don't stop, Strofe.
Well,
Get
here's the
yourself
thing.
out of this.
No, with Frank.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how hot's your mom?
Strofe, if
working
Ben
out?
was in Nevada visiting your dad who lives there, what would he rate your mom at the bikini contest? It's very simple
Well, my mom
to do
and
this
my
segment,
dad are
guys.
not together. I think you missed that. My mom doesn't live in Nevada.
Yeah,
my
no,
mom
I
lives in
got it.
Manitowoc.
Thanks, Strofe.
Getting lost in the sauce. He's uncomfortable.
You think?
You still haven't given me an answer. What is she out of 10? There you go. Finally, you turned your mic off. I mean, it's all you had to do, and I would have stopped. You know that.
The thing that makes me upset is now the title of this podcast in the Kyle
How
Brust-
hot is Strofe's mom?
Yeah.
Strophe's
Strofe.
mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Strophe, can't you see? Your mom's the one for me. I'm in love with Strophe's mom.
You're surviving Kyle and Brust
That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying?
That's 100% what you're saying. Now, I disagree.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Looks like eastbound 94, we've got a broken down semi stuck in the right lane right about at Highway 175 in the stadium interchange. So we got the delays as you're making your way from about 35th Street all the way to Hawley Road, and then some more delays between Calhoun and Brookfield Road. Eastbound's backed up from 84th Street all the way to 35th. We've also got an issue southbound on 894. A crash just past Beloit Road. The left lane is blocked with this, so delays are stretching all the way back through the Zoo interchange. Traffic is brought to you by Sewer Ninjas. Just like we help you avoid traffic backups, Sewer Ninjas helps homeowners avoid sewer backups with camera inspections, drain cleaning, and trenchless repairs. Learn more at sewerninjas.com. And checking the TMJ for Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly clear with a low of 58. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, slight chance for afternoon rain, a high of 80. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
On this show, it's always football season.
I'm not overly concerned because it seems as if Green Bay's not overly concerned.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody over there feels like this team was there. We got short-circuited with injuries. We have the right staff, we have the right people, and we have the right players. We just need to stay healthy, and we'll be champions.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kevin Rett from Mentality Men's Health. Here's what we've learned in treating 25,000 men. You can't just rely on testosterone alone anymore. To run at full capacity, your body needs peptide therapy on top of your TRT. Our physician's treatment designed to support your recovery, repair, and performance with peptide therapy. A custom plan around your numbers, monitored every step of the way. Testosterone levels the field, and peptides drive your results. Start today at lowtusa.com.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right. And naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
If you're shopping for a new vehicle, you know where to go. It's Ewald Automotive Group's 2026 model year closeout. To make room for the 2027s, all remaining 2026 models are priced to sell. Shop over 1,500 vehicles with financing as low as 0%. Ewald's 2026 model year closeout. Going on now at every Ewald location.
Go to ewaldauto.com.
Select models with approved credit for a limited term. See dealer for details.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law offices make our community a better place.
They are the best. For nearly 40 years, Gruber Law offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law offices.
Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is setting the stage to rock your socks off. This August, jam out with real rock off. You could win raging prizes to the tune of $300,000. Get in on the jam session by playing with your Potawatomi rewards card for entries. Thursday nights will be a game show battleground for your share of cash and reward play. Real rock off. It's gonna be epic. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Let the good times roll. Kyle and Brust are back on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Stopped on in to QC Kinetics in their Mequon location, and it was amazing to see the consultative approach, sitting down with their team, understanding all the ways that they can help you. One of the nurse practitioners, Tess, walked me through all the different ways that they can help you, because if you having a hurt joint and it's nagging and you want to get rid of it, and maybe someone's telling you to get surgery, you should consider getting a second opinion from the team at QC Kinetics. And what was refreshing to learn is these are people that come from traditional medicine. It's not like, yeah, we just started this new thing. Like, no, there's smart people from the medical field that have come from traditional medicine because they see the benefits of what this can do for you, because they've been on both sides of this. Dr. Caravelli and her team, as I've mentioned, they know how to use regenerative treatments to deliver relief in patients like you in Greenfield and Mequon. So you're going to start with the evaluation, the conversation, see if you're a good candidate, and then they're going to concentrate those tiny healing tools within your body in the right spot that's causing the pain. With that secret sauce, you may be able to hold off on surgery, in some cases avoiding it altogether. QC Kinetics right now. Call them for a second opinion and know your options. 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. Ben Brust and Alex Strofe. I'm going to move on. I've grown up. I'm not going to ask you how hot your mom is on a scale of 1 to 10. Not going to do that.
Thank you.
Ben Brust, Alex Strofe in for Kyle Wallace. Call us, text us at 800-990-3776.
Or don't call us.
Because the last person asked you how hot your mom is?
Why not?
Yeah, the last call we took said, Strofe, how hot is your mom?
To be fair, you were talking about her wedding, and then the phone lines lit up. They were so busy that there was a Tyler who called in. I missed his call. I wish he would call back. I missed it. I felt bad.
Look, I speak for a living, right? This is what we do. This is how I put bread on my table. I've never been.
Just stop. Just let me get where we need to go. You're failing.
I've never been
stuttering.
more of a loss for words than being asked the question, "How hot is your mom?" Ben, how hot is your mom?
Exactly. See, what you should have done is just be like, I'm not talking about this, and I would have moved on for you. You're struggling just as bad as you did on Brewers extra innings last night. I heard you stuttering a little bit.
I did have a little bit of a stuttering issue during one segment. I don't know what happened. It was I was mad. That was, of course, the show you listened to. I filled it on Saturday. No stuttering issues. I really struggled last night with one segment in particular.
Yeah.
I went to break, and I couldn't get words out.
I know. I heard it.
I thought I was having a medical emergency at one point.
You're all good. that being said, speaking of the Brewers, they had to play in the cool Little League World Series Classic yesterday. Didn't get the win, but did take 2 of the 3 games from the Braves. And then, if you look at the weekend prior, you take 3 of 4 from the Dodgers. The Dodgers have then since won 6 in a row and are 1 back of the Brewers. And the goals remain the same. Clinch the playoffs, which are getting closer. Win the division, which you have a 6-game cushion, I believe, to the Cubs right now. And get one of the top 2 seats. The last thing you want to do is fall to a 3 and be in a wild card conversation. We know what those routes have been. We had a moment where your guy, Sal Frelick, lit AmFam Field up after a back-to-back home run, a no-doubter, and we all know what happened after that, which is why I consistently remind everyone that winning games in August is important. This doesn't just become, there's a lot of baseball left, but it's not just like we go, hey, it's one of 162. No, it's, hey, there's a goal here, and you can see where everyone else is, and what you do right now is important because we know with history, if you get a bye, your likelihood of getting to places you have never gone is higher. So I can't wait to see what they do with, as you had said, like 16 of their 19 remaining games being NL Central opponents.
No. They have 19 games remaining in the season against divisional opponents. And they have
within what?
16 and 18 days. They have 2 off days in between there. It's August 31st through, I think,
Sorry,
September 17th.
Sorry, you were stuttering during that point yesterday, or I couldn't hear you.
So they have this series in New York. Then they return home for that quick one this weekend against the Rangers. And then it is their next 16 games are against divisional opponents, including 7 against the Cubs. Mm-hmm. You just said their lead's only 6 games. Quick math tells you those are some crucial games for the future of what the NL Central's winner looks like.
I would also say what's been great about what they've been able to do, as the Cubs have won, the Brewers have won. The Cubs have been playing really good. So have the Brewers in terms of a win column standpoint, because as I listened, and it was a great point made by Craig Kashan of Brewers TV with you, say you split that and it's a 7-game series. Split being you take 3 of 4 or 3 of 7, or you take 4 of 7. You go 3 and 4 or 4 of 3. That's not going to make a huge dent on what you've built up. So it's continuing to stay the course here. But has your confidence meter gone up in terms of seeing them play these teams in the regular season and what you think they can do in the postseason?
Yeah, I yes.
Why?
Because I think what we
and you can let us know
about,
if your confidence meter is up for the Brewers in the postseason. 800-990-3776.
I think when we think back to the trade deadline and what we were worried about, there was 3 buckets we could talk about. It's starting pitching, relief pitching, back into the bullpen, and a big bat. I don't know
that's for every team.
Well, right. I mean, that's pretty much all you can add, right? But when you think about the Brewers and what they did at the deadline, wasn't really any of that. They had a Dustin May, who's what, maybe your 4th starter at best?
Mm-hmm. He's going to be fighting.
Yeah, he's going to be fighting.
2 great starts and then 1 horrendous start.
It was really bad last week. So Logan Henderson seems to be that guy.
Yes, they're 3. Henderson, Harrison, and Miz.
Kyle Harrison I still struggle with, but it seems like he's starting to bounce back as he gets healthier and healthier since returning from the IL. So starting pitching. But by the way, even if those guys have a bad day, it seems like you're still in a game. The Brewers are
They're
in
never
every
out
game.
Of any game. It's
They're
crazy.
in they were a foot away from walking off the Braves and sweeping them in that series last night.
Walking off wouldn't be possible.
It was a 3-run shot.
They weren't the home team. Oh, they were the home team.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
It's the bottom of the 9th. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a home run, and they did some math.
How many?
It's 6. Only 6, and it would not have been at AmFam Field, which I don't believe, because that thing looked torched off the bat. But McKelvey did the research, and it would have been very close at AmFam, and they said you can't really take into account the air, but by measurement, it would not have been a home run at AmFam Field, and it made me feel a little bit better.
It had to, because you're right there, and then obviously Jake Bauer's one of the hottest hitters for the team. Unbelievable at bat over 2 unbelievable at bats. He saw 11 pitches
in the first inning. Yeah,
was it a walk that he took?
Yep, 4
and
balls.
then 12 pitches, bomb, an absolute bomb.
23 pitches in his first 2 at bats.
Unbelievable.
It's like 5 at bats.
It was unbelievable. So again, as we're getting into this conversation, I'm sorry, the reasons why your confidence is up from those 2 series.
Yeah, starting pitching is always going to keep you in the game, and the bats are seemingly turning a corner, the ones you were worried about. William Contreras has had a really good last week and a half since the Padres series. I might be on an island here.
Don't say it.
I'm going to say it.
Don't say it.
I think Christian Yelich is getting a swagger back. I think he's got a swagger back a little bit. Now, I want him to continue to hit in like that 6-7 spot. I don't want him back at leadoff like he played a majority of the season. I want him somewhere in the middle back end of that order, and I'd feel good about that. If Yelly comes up with 2 on and 1 out, I'm going to feel good about that. Now, I'm not going to say, he's going to yam a home run.
Playoff statistics are really good.
Historically, they have not been. But maybe he's just struggling in the regular season to go berserk in the playoffs.
See, but that's not a correlation you could say with confidence.
No, of course not. I'm being
This is
that.
wishful thinking. Also, in your fantasy, if he comes on with 2 on and 1 out, let's just pray that one of those 2 on is not on first.
That is true.
It's a grounder to second or first base is likely.
Let's hope they're both in scoring position. But you have to feel great about what Joey Ortiz is doing in the back of that order. You have to feel great about Contreras, like I mentioned, who has turned a corner. You still always feel good about Chourio. And Terang struggled since coming back from the IL, but I don't anticipate that will continue. He's going to get hot at some point. You have bats that can win you games, and your pitching is going to keep you in games. They love playing these low-scoring games. They never get blown out. It's just games they're never in.
The hard part is I feel like everything you've talked about is everything we talked about last year.
Yeah, to a point.
And you swept the Dodgers last year in the regular season.
Jake Bauers, Garrett Mitchell didn't exist last year. And Joey Ortiz wasn't what this Joey Ortiz is. So that's 3 guys who were pretty much non-factors in the postseason.
You're going to make me do an exercise now.
Oh, and by the way, Luis Lara, RBI triple last night. That kid's coming into his own. He's awesome. My boy Sal's not going to have a spot. He'll be on the team. But I do worry about where Sal Frelick fits into all this.
I think he's going to be on the roster.
I think so too. I think he's earned that, but I don't think he's a star. That's not your starting outfield is Chourio, Mitchell, Lara, and you'd be silly not to have that as much as possible.
Well, easy on the Lara.
Why?
Because I think Bauers might have to play right because Vaughn might have to be playing because Vaughn is also a guy.
Or you make a decision that I think a lot of fans have been asking for.
And that's just put Christian Yelich on the bench
Mm-hmm.
after you just said he's turning a corner?
I hope he's turning a corner. I'm encouraged by the last week.
So you said something without anything behind it.
Well, what's the best lineup? Is it benching Yelich, putting Bauers or Vaughn, whichever one, as the DH?
Vaughn.
And then you put Lara in the outfield.
I watched Andrew Vaughn try and catch a liner over his head yesterday. I don't know if he left the ground.
He had an error at first yesterday, too.
He did.
Pat's got options.
Yeah.
The question becomes, are the options as good as we want to feel about come a major series in the playoffs? And that's what I continue asking myself because I hate to say Kyle's right. And I don't believe that there was a bat that was like right there. I hope they were making calls for the right bat, and it just didn't happen. But I like the back end of the bullpen. I like getting Jojo Romero. He's going to do a rehab start soon. He was also part of that Dusty May trade. I think he's going to be awesome for them considering how much they relied on Ashby. DL Hall's been very good as well. Another lefty in high leverage spots will be very useful.
Mm-hmm.
Getting Abner back, he was 22, 23 straight scoreless outings. McGill has been awesome in his last 30 games.
Dude, he's been nails.
So
Uribe has been nails too, and again, I made this point.
So again, it all comes back to this is the question that I've asked, and it keeps coming back to it. If they don't go as far as they go that you want them to, is it because the inexperienced pitching staff, because that is a concern. Just no experience from Harrison, Henderson, and Miz from a starting standpoint. He was electric out of the bullpen. Who's your fourth? Or is it the bats? So
when you're throwing straight gas like he does, though, I really have zero concerns about Miz.
Nor
should you.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just more the totality of the inexperience. From
yeah, Henderson and Harrison should be, what can they do when the lights are the brightest?
And the heart beating faster. You would know best with your athletic ability. Chef Ed, you're on the carb. Let's talk in text line 800-990-3776.
Hi, Chef Ed.
How's it going, guys? We're united and it feels so good. I think it's only appropriate the three of us are together. I'll make it short and sweet. Brewers!
Tony's got a surprise for us. Thanks, Chef Ed. Next.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust.
I was in New Orleans telling stories. You in the middle of a quiz.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We've got a broken down semi that is still in the right lane on eastbound 94, right at the ramp from 175 southbound. So it is going to be there for a little bit until they can get the big old tow trucks out there to take care of it. We've also got that crash on 894 southbound, just south of Beloit Road. The right shoulder is closed right now with this, so we got backups all the way back to about Blue Mound Road. Northbound 41 is slowing down just north of Burleigh all the way past Hampton. And southbound 43 backing up from Keefe down through the Marquette to the KK River. Don't miss Snap-on IndyCar Weekend, August 28th through the 30th at Milwaukee Mile at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Get your tickets at milwaukeemile.com. And checking the TMJ for Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly clear with a low of 58. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, slight chance for afternoon rain, a high of 80. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe.
Is back pain slowing you down? When it comes to spine care, you need specialized expertise. At the OAW Spine Center, their orthopedic care specialists provide the highest level of care for everything from herniated discs to spinal fusion. They start with the most conservative, non-surgical treatments like physical therapy and injections. If surgery is needed, minimally invasive procedures at the OAW Spine Center will get you back on your feet faster. With a focus on treating the source of the problem, they take a comprehensive, active approach to spine health, getting you back to the life you love. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit oawspinecenter.com. That's oawspinecenter.com.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Some Sundays, the plan is no plan. Blinds down, game on, phone across the room. You know what? A little couch gating. The best seat in the house, and the line of the fridge is pretty short. And in that fridge, Yingling Flight, the next generation of light beer. 95 calories, just 2.6 grams of carbs, all the flavor, so you can settle in for the early game and the late game. Flight keeps up. Yingling Flight, the next generation of light beer. DJ Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Why DIY your frozen pizza toppings when Screamin' Sicilian already went over the top for you? We're talking whole milk mozzarella, heaps of premium meats, a mountain of veggies. Screamin' Sicilian is frozen pizza stacked, no add-ons needed. Mamma mia! Screamin' Sicilian, so loaded with toppings, it's almost cheating. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section and taste what all the screamin' is about.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
Have no fear, the chaos is here. Lucky you. This is Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle and Brust. No Kyle. Alex Strofe in for Kyle, huh? Time now to make fun of the worst producer ever at ESPN Wisconsin history.
Wow.
Well, I mean, whether he was or he wasn't, that's what I'll label him as for being a traitor. Moving to ESPN 1000, that was CCAT. TC, what do you got for us?
barely keeping Kyle and Brust on the air.
You decided to marry her. You decided to put the baby inside of us.
I love the NFL.
And somehow still finding time to judge the world around him.
You poked the bear. I'll do you one better.
With CCAT, this is Catastrophic.
Hi, guys. I have a golfing problem in my personal life. I'm a really big fan of the Chicago Bears, but I just didn't tell you until my last week. Oh, look, we're getting a caller.
Alex Strofe, how's it going?
Wow, is this CCAT?
Benjamin Button, Ben Brust, how's it going?
What do you want?
I got a phone call that my efforts were requested, and I heard there are 2 NFL owners out there paying for booty. One in San Francisco and one in Houston. They just traded for Keyshawn Booty. Good joke by me. Really good joke by me. Did someone else make that joke yet? I hope I'm the first.
You're the first. What do you have going on in your personal life? What personal problems do you have?
Personal problems.
You still
My
suck.
dog had a golfing attack last night.
A what
I didn't
attack?
sleep.
Golfing attack?
A gulping attack. GULPING. Any dog owner might be able to tell you it's like when a dog has something stuck in their throat or they're having an anxiety attack and they just gulp and they lick the floor. And when they lick the floor, they get more stuff stuck in their throat. And this is happening between the hours of 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. And the dog was under the bed, and I was dragging it out, and it would go back under the bed, and this was a repetitive process.
Is the dog okay?
I guess so.
Well, then I'm so glad that this happened. Karma, suck it.
And that's the end of CCAT, the official end of his appearances here on ESPN Milwaukee. I just thought, Ben, you would want to hear from him one more time.
You thought wrong.
No, it was perfect.
You guys, why was that the best he's been on air?
It's the best. It's the best he's been.
He just told a story. He made a butt joke.
The booty joke was funny.
It was good.
The booty joke was funny.
For those who missed it, Keyshawn Booty was traded from the Patriots to the Texans.
And?
I'm not going to say the other one.
That's fair.
Why not?
Good job, because he's exercising good judgment.
You
We've
wanna do it?
learned.
It's
Go
in the
ahead.
news.
Sure, read the news.
Jed York was picked up by the police in Ohio for allegedly
Who's
soliciting.
Jed York to those?
Jed York is the owner of the San Francisco 49ers. He was arrested in an Ohio trailer park, apparently, for soliciting, if you know what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Allegedly.
Okay. Well,
Allegedly.
You didn't say it, though. The joke was using the word. That's what made it funny.
Well, he got...
But then you said you were going to do it, and then you didn't do it.
CCAT said paying for booty.
Man, CCAT is better than you.
Oh, man.
Well, now we're just lying. You accuse me of lying.
How long was my man there? Like a week? Can we fix the video stream, please, on the Carbus Talking text line?
Yeah, we can do that.
We're back!
No. Here's actually the catastrophic I
You're
was
frozen.
going to go with. Ben's frozen. Strofe, you might be frozen. Strofe, you're not frozen. The issue is...
Oh, God.
We're going to have to reset the camera, and that's what started this show. There's a big debacle to get things underway.
You've been less ornery since then.
All right, here's the real issue.
What personal problem do you have?
This job.
What's wrong?
I suck at it. So I'm going to need your guys' help to be better at it over the
so you're
next
saying
couple
it's
of
a
weeks.
good thing we posted for the job?
Yeah,
goodkarmabrands.com/careers.
Goodkarmasports.com.
Yeah,
goodkarmasports.com/careers.
You want to produce this show? Legitimately, it is a job opening. I am interim, and interim is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. I'm hour to hour.
You'll physically be there, though.
Yeah, I'll physically be here, but Ben might kill me before then. Kyle doesn't care. He doesn't know what's going on half the time back here.
He'll care. He just won't say it out loud to your face.
And that's worse. Just be real. Like just say it. But what I need is help from you guys and the fans. What do we need here? The next couple of weeks. We're almost to football season.
In this segment?
No. This show. What are you guys looking for? What do you mean this segment?
I don't think I can have much of an opinion here.
I
I'm
don't
just
know what
filling
he's
in.
asking.
I actually don't either, which is why I don't have much of an opinion.
All right, never mind.
You're just as bad as this at CCAT, which is why we posted the job on Good Karma Sports.
I never said I was good at this.
Oh, man. CCAT has triggered the entire Carbless Talking text line. I don't think anybody wanted to hear his voice ever again.
I know, that's what kind of made it funny. I didn't want to hear his voice. I hated calling him, but I thought it would be good radio. I could be wrong.
You know what's better?
Homer?
Yes.
Brian Balaga.
Also, yes.
Are you going to be able to get him on VMix?
No. He was not. Do you know what? I'm not taking responsibility. I will show you the list that I was given.
You took a picture of my show sheet. It says Brian Balaga.
I didn't look at the picture. The list that I was given for everything going forward, he was not listed on Mondays. So I got to figure this out now. Strofe,
I gave you the list.
CCAT! I actually need help, Strofe. Come back here.
Yep, sounds good.
Kyle and Brust.
Yeah, play some defense on him or something.
You're asking the wrong person.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
ESPN Wisconsin celebrates Wilde and Tausch's 10-year anniversary, presented by Steinhoffels.
Our very first guest, Aaron Rodgers. Give us an over-under on what number would you set for how many shows we do together?
Daily, 52 weeks in a year. I'm going to say you do about 230.
Wilde and Tausch's 10th anniversary is also brought to you by Sendix, by Outdoor Living Unlimited, by Gruber Law Offices, by UW Credit Union, and by Events by Design.
Every homeowner has a list. That roof, those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
Kevin Moret for Mentality. For our guys wanting to lean up and preserve their muscle mass, nothing is more powerful than combining testosterone therapy with GLP-1s. The TRT builds muscle and fuels metabolism, while GLP-1s target fat stores of the body. Clients currently combining these two revolutionary treatments look better than they have in years. This treatment isn't for everyone, only the guys that want next-level results. Start today at lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
Get your final August plans in for Brewers Rangers Action Friday, August 28th through Sunday the 30th. Starting with the Cole Swindell post-game concert at Country Music Night on Friday, featuring a belt buckle with a special ticket. Then it's Jackson Churio Mania. Get the Churio Bowl giveaway Saturday, courtesy of 620 WTMJ. And get it on the final Kids Cheer free Sunday before summer ends. Kids get a Churio Height poster on Sunday, courtesy of Joy. Get tickets for it all at brewers.com.
Meet Jim and Rita.
We went on a motorcycle trip.
But somewhere in Wyoming, Jim and Rita were in a serious accident.
They blocked off the interstate and everything and took us to the hospital.
Sometime later, Rita made a discovery.
She had noticed that the bracelet was gone. And I asked the trooper, is there a chance we can go out there and see if it's still there?
And amazingly,
he found a couple of pieces.
It was only 2 tiny links of the bracelet.
Jim was determined to buy Rita another bracelet from Kessler's.
And I had my checkbook in my hand.
But when he arrived there,
and I said, okay, how much? And she says, that's part of our warranty.
Jim and Rita discovered the Kessler's miraculous, no small print warranty.
It's just amazing that you guys do this.
And it's true.
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed. It's just that simple.
It surely is miraculous.
Read the Kessler's miraculous no small print warranty yourself at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Whoop, just doing some roofing on another lovely Wisconsin day. No gimmicks, no shortcuts, it's just roofing done the old-fashioned way. Do you need shingles? Let's mingle, for a Wisconsin tradition never dwindles. So raise a glass, shake a hand for this old-fashioned brand. Whoop, that's old-fashioned roofing.
Every tailgate has one. One person who brings the grill, one person with the long games, one who's convinced this is the year. But everyone's favorite, the one who shows up with the carbless. Handcrafted premium cocktails with bold flavors, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and gluten-free. No mixers, no mess. Just crack one open and enjoy. This football season, make Carbless the MVP of your cooler. Find your bliss at drinkcarbless.com.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Joining us on the Yingling guest hotline is Brian Bulaga. Brian, what's going on? It's Kyle and Brust. No Kyle with Alex Strofe.
How we doing?
We are doing good. When's the last time you talked to Brian?
It's been a little bit. But we're only a few weeks away from the football season, so we're going to be spending a lot of time together on Green Bay game day, previewing every away game for Green Bay.
There it is. Make sure you tune in on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ for Green Bay game day road games with Brian Bulaga and Alex Strofe. Brian, your biggest takeaway from preseason game number 2 was?
I mean, for me, I think it's how good the offense looked against a really good defense, right? I think that to me is a very good sign, very positive how fluent they looked and how they went up and down the field against Denver's ones. Listen, I get Denver's working through things too, right? It's preseason for them as well, and things like that. It is what it is. But normally defenses are further along in camp than offenses. That's just the way it normally goes. It's a tale as old as time. We got told that every year, and defenses are further along, yada 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 yada. But the offense looked really good, really clean. It looked like there were new ideas, new things happening on the field that that you didn't see last year. And to me, that's a positive thing. And
can you simply break that down as good as you can?
Well, I mean, I think the intermediate game, the passing game, intermediate routes, coming open very quickly. I think that's something that a lot of people were used to seeing early in the Matt LaFleur offense. Under Aaron and Devontae and guys like that, and receivers getting open quickly, and the quarterback making quick decisions and getting the ball to the wideouts and letting those guys make plays. So we're starting to see that again, which I think is fantastic because that opens up the deep shots later in the game, especially with the play action as that gets going. I think the throwing the football, obviously Lloyd's touchdown, I think throwing to the running back out of the backfield in mismatches is something that we haven't seen a bunch of since Aaron Jones. So to see Lloyd get a touchdown on that, I think that's something that they're going to try to work back into this offense, because you can exploit linebackers if you have running backs that can go 1v1 against linebackers and shake them a little bit and pop open. So just a couple little nuggets that, to me, I think are very good signs for this offense going into week 1 of the season.
Yeah, Brian, the anecdote you used there at the beginning, the fact that defenses are ahead of offenses always in the offseason makes me feel a little bit better, because Wildy was on with us about an hour and a half ago and mentioned that it's been a lot of the defense whooping up on the offense early in camp. Now, obviously, it's against your own team, so we'll see more on Wednesday in a joint practice. But encouraging anecdote from you to acknowledge that the defense typically ahead of the offense in the training camp. I guess I'd never heard that.
Yeah, that's, it's the way it normally goes, and why that is, I'm not totally sure. For us, it always seemed like we didn't catch our stride in camp until now the way they do camp now is so different than when the way we used to do camp. But I always felt like we would catch stride around that preseason 2, preseason 3 range is when the offense would kind of start clicking and the operation would look clean, and you pretty much have all your installs in, so you can go up and down the playbook and guys feel comfortable with it, and you just get into a little bit of a better rhythm. Early on in camp, the offense is still trying to work through things and get everyone back on the same page where the defense, I mean, obviously they work as a unit. I'm not saying they don't, but there's a lot of individual based play on the defensive side of the ball, and guys can, make up for some things with great individual play. Where on offense, it's not really the case, right? You kind of need all 11 on the same page and clicking for that thing to work. So for me, seeing that Denver game and how they did against that defense shows that the offense is starting to kind of catch their rhythm in what they're doing.
Jason Wilde also mentioned with us as Brian Balaga is joining Kyle and Brust without Kyle. Alex drove in for him on the Yingling guest hotline. Jason mentioned that he's writing about on Channel 3000 how Jordan Morgan's had a quietly pretty good offseason. What have you seen from him, and what else did you notice from the O-line in the preseason game?
Yeah, I mean, I think I mentioned it from his first week in preseason against Pittsburgh. I thought he played well, and I think he did well again against really good pass rushers in Denver. I get it. It was one series, and, you want a body of work, right? Like that's kind of the way you judge guys is based off a body of work in multiple games and a bunch of snaps. But you got to take what you can get, right? And right now we have 2 preseason games, and we've seen what kind of he's done in 2 preseason games, and he's played well. And obviously we don't get to see what happens in camp, right? We don't get to watch that tape and kind of look at that and see how he's doing there. But clearly they're very happy with what he's doing. And then he goes out on the field and he performs well against good pass rushers. He went against Highsmith in Pittsburgh and Bonito and those guys in Denver. So like he's showing that he's put in the work in the offseason. He's improved on a lot of things, and hopefully this momentum continues to carry for him. It's just put together good performances one at a time, right? Like don't get ahead of yourself. Don't start thinking one thing or another. Just good performances week by week, and camp work on one thing and get better at that and move on to the next. And it looks like that's what he's doing. And so far he's been good. And the next thing, I know a lot of people, or I mean, I don't know a lot of people, but everyone continues to write Monk in as the starter at right guard. I think that's going to be up for debate. I'm not totally sure I'm 100% sold on him yet as the right guard, especially if Banks is healthy enough to play. Now, that's what throws a wrench in this whole thing, is if Banks is not healthy enough to play, then obviously that starting line that you saw minus Belton at right tackle, that'll be Zebach. Those will be your starting guards. But if Banks plays, I see Burton starting at right guard. I think that'll be the way that goes. And I understand it's counterproductive right now because he's playing left guard only, which kind of, that's why that's the wrench in this whole thing, right? It's not good, but I just think I'm just not completely sold yet on Monk at right guard. I think he's done some decent things in the preseason games, but then you've seen things that just you can't have that consistently. And that's the only thing that I would look for in these next few weeks at camp is if Burton is getting reps at right guard.
If they have a rotation at right guard again, I will not have hair by week 2.
I'm not going to be happy with that. And the thing is, like, I don't think there is a need for it. I think if you're going to play your best 5, I think Burton at right guard
I agree.
is your best guy, and you go with that, and you just leave it. Listen, not knocking what Monk's done this camp. Clearly, he's improved a bunch. Since year 1 to right now, right? I mean, he's improved a bunch, and that's a lot of credit to him. But there's a difference between performing just in training camp 11v11 versus Packers and then doing it against high-level starters like we saw against Denver. It's a different beast. And then you throw in the regular season and how everything ratchets up and the intensity and the meaning of every single play. It's just different. And right now, if you look at the way the two, I don't want to call Monk a rookie, but he hasn't played any football, essentially.
Effectively 2 redshirt years for him, right?
Yeah, he hasn't played any football. You look at the 2 young guys and who's performing the best right now, it's Burton. So if there is a competition at right guard, Burton should be the guy that would get the nod there, in my opinion, as of right now.
Brian, we've got 50 seconds. So just pro or anti joint practices. Did you enjoy them as a player with the Packers having one coming up on Wednesday?
I think there's positives to them, and I can't say I love them, but at the same time, I think you get really good work out of them if the guys across the ball aren't a certain type of way and they're there to actually work and do the right things. Going against different players is always a positive, and always, for me, better than doing a preseason game. So if I can get that in instead of a preseason game, I would do that.
Love it.
Brian, we appreciate it. Looking forward to the Brian Bulaga Homer Hour coming up next in 2 minutes.
Still have that problem in the stadium interchange. Eastbound 94, we have a broken down semi that is